Bob Allen Motor Mall, Hometown Radio Network, teaming up every morning to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Our phone number this morning to call in is 859-238-WHIR. We'd love to have you on the show this morning, 238-9447, doing a little birthday party, celebrating on this Thursday, January the 16th. Here's how our birthday list looks on this Thursday morning. Let's do it. All right, birthdays today look like this. We've got Steve Hayes, Mark Cross, Ashley Bodner, Herb Toombs, Scott Lowry, Kayla Riley, Roger Miller, and Allison Tidwell on our birthday list this morning on this January the 16th. Call them in. Let's celebrate together today. Steve Hayes, Mark Cross, Ashley Bodner, Herb Toombs, Scott Lowry, Kayla Riley, Roger Miller, Allison Tidwell, 859-238-WHIR. Get them on here. There you go. It's a Thursday. It's the 16th day of January, 011625 on your calendar. Typical Thursday morning show we have lined up for you. First guest comes on here this morning at 7:20. That is Boyle County girls basketball coach Brian Britt, and they got a big win on Tuesday night over Garrett County. We'll see them again tomorrow night. Danville-Boyle, little crosstown rivalry going on, and we'll have that game on our sister station tomorrow night, Z105. And we'll talk with Coach Britt about that game. That'll be at 7:20-ish or so this morning. 7:40 County Agents Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. And we've got Tyler Miller on the show this morning for the County Agents Corner. 7:50, Mimi Becker, Danville-Boyle County Arts Commission's on the show. We'll see what's going on with Mimi and the Arts Commission. They named the Arts Citizen of the Year, and I'm sure Mimi will have some to talk about that. That'll be at 7:50 this morning. 8 o'clock in the morning, Rambleisms, the thoughts of Randy Graham and Randy Graham's thoughts. We have those Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8:20, so we'll see what's going on with Randy at 8:20 this morning. James the Gardener joins us at 8:40 this morning, and gardening with James in the 9 o'clock in the morning hour. 9:10, we're going to have Farmers National Bank in here in the studio. They have their Lights, Camera, Save contest, where local high school students were encouraged to make a video that helps explain why they should save money, basically. And it's a local contest, and the winner of the local contest then goes to the national contest. So it starts off locally first, and they are announcing and introducing their winner today. A young Perryville student who I think goes to maybe Mercer County but lives in Perryville, something along those lines. Bergen, lives in Perryville. We'll find out the information 9:10 today. Make sure you tune in for that and support our young award-winning videographer and editor, I guess. And he'll be on here at 9:10. 9:35 this morning. It is a Morning Point Thursday. And we'll get Julie and Vicky and or Lisa, but probably Julie and Vicky here on the show this morning at 9:35. That's the rundown of today's show. We'd love to have you on. Our phone number to call in this morning is 859-238-WHIR. Carry on, my wayward son. We're carrying you right to sports. Coming your way next. Good morning to you. Glad to have you aboard the Joe Show on this Thursday morning. A Pacers player suspended. An NFL coach to have a heart procedure in Iowa State beats Kansas. Those are the headlines on this Thursday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Thursday morning sports. Starting off in the NBA, where Indiana Pacers player Benedict Mothrin has been suspended 1 game without pay for making inappropriate contact with and verbally abusing a game official, the NBA announced on Wednesday. The incident happened Tuesday in the Pacers' 117 loss to the Cavaliers at game Gainbridge Fieldhouse. With 3:58 left in the fourth quarter, Mothram was called for a foul on Cavaliers center Evan Mobley after making contact with Mobley's arm as he drove to the basket. Mothram didn't agree with the call and instantly charged toward referee Natalie Sago. Mothram clapped his hands in her face and as she walked away, bumped his chest into Sago's back, drawing 2 technical fouls and an automatic ejection in the process. Mothram's teammates pulled him back in an attempt to defuse the situation, but Mothram continued to shout towards Sago. He exited Tuesday's matchup with 19 points. In the National Football League, Jim Harbaugh revealed he will undergo 2 procedures this offseason. Yeah, an ablation on the heart, Harbaugh said when he was asked by reporters at the press conference, end-of-year press conference. Harbaugh briefly left the Chargers' Week 6 game in Denver after experiencing an atrial flutter, a type of arrhythmia that causes the heart to beat at an abnormally high rate. He was escorted to the locker room during LA's first offensive series in the first quarter by the team's medical staff. The head coach was treated by doctors in the locker room, and his heart returned to normal rhythm. He came back to the contest with a little more than 7 minutes left in the first quarter. In college basketball yesterday, the Iowa State versus Kansas basketball game hardly needed any added introductions, with plenty of fans lining up hours ahead of tip-off and even some camping overnight to reserve their spot in line. Their patience was rewarded with a marquee 74-57 win for the Cyclone faithful. The hype was already in place for this matchup of Big 12 rivals, but it continued to build as the Cyclones took the court for the first time as the number 2 ranked team in the country against the 10th ranked Jayhawks. Curtis Jones led the Cyclones with 25 points on 9 of 17 shooting. He also had 6 rebounds and 2 steals, usually serving as the 6th man for Iowa State. He entered the starting lineup in place of Milan Momklovich, who was out indefinitely with a hand injury. And in college football news, Quinn Ewers is headed to the NFL. The Texas Longhorns quarterback announced on X, formerly known as Twitter, Wednesday morning that he's declaring for the NFL draft after 3 years with the Longhorns, foregoing his final year of eligibility. Quote, "My entire life I've dreamed about playing football on the 40 acres. These past 3 years have been some of the best years that I could imagine. The relationships that I've built with coaches and teammates will last forever. I'm truly thankful for the opportunity to play football in the home state and the best university in the world. With prayer and careful consideration, I'm officially declaring for the NFL draft." Ewers' announcement to declare for the draft came after the Longhorns quarterback told ESPN in an interview leading up to the college football playoff that he does not expect to play college football next year. Those are the headlines on this Thursday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
Water and electricity, 2 things that make our lives easier and better. But as valuable as each one is, together they can be deadly. Water is a conductor of electricity, and if you're standing in water or wet while using an electrical appliance, you could be shocked or electrocuted. Keep all electrical appliances away from water and make sure your hands are dry when using appliances. For more information, contact your electric cooperative.
And that's Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right, Jack. Appreciate that, buddy. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Altogether Recovery Center, Danville's first residential addiction center for men, offering life-saving compassionate care for drug and alcohol addiction. Altogether Recovery Center is now open right here in Danville. Partly sunny. High today 37, low tonight 24. Mostly sunny skies on our Friday. 45 is the high, halfway to 90. And then Saturday, you get the chance of rain showers and a high of 44. Right now, it's 6:24 in the morning, 25 degrees in Danville. 859-238-WHIR to call in this morning, 238-9447, and get your birthdays and your anniversaries right here on the radio. Celebrating celebrities having birthdays on this January the 16th. Let's see what famous people are having famous birthdays on this famous day. Here we go. Starting off with a birthday list on this date, 82 years ago. We'll talk about him in just a second, where the great Ronnie Milsap was born, known for his hits Any Day Now and Only One Love in My Life. Here's the clip of Ronnie Milsap talking about where the song Smoky Mountain Rain came from.
Two songwriters named Dennis Morgan and Kai Fleming, and they said, "What kind of song are you looking for?" I said, "I'm looking for some song that talks about where I grew up in the Smoky Mountains." So I was out on the road for a week or two, and I came back in. They said, "We need to play you this song."
There you go, Ronnie Milsap. It's 82 years old today. Happy birthday to Joe Flacco, the former Ravens quarterback. Played for the Colts this year. Did well for the Browns last year. 40 years old for Joe Flacco. Late baseball player Dizzy Dean would have had a birthday. He was known for his personality as well as his baseball skill. Dean was the last National League pitcher to win 30 games in one season. After his playing career, he became a popular TV sports commentator, a Baseball Hall of Famer in 1953. When the Cardinals reopened the Team Hall of Fame in 2014, he was in that inaugural class. Happy what would have been 115th birthday today to Dizzy Dean. And the late industrialist Andre Michelin, he founded the Michelin Tire Company in 1888. In France, and in 1900 he published the first Michelin Guide. The purpose of that was to provide tourism by car, which obviously supported his manufacturing operation. Andre Michelin would have had a birthday today, and that's what's gone on this day, January 16th, in country music history. This date, January 16th, in celebrity birthday history. Although, speaking of country music history, we have that coming up right now. Let's take a look.
On this day in country music.
All right, Mr. Voice, it was on this day, country music history in the year 1943. Robbinsville, North Carolina is the place. We just mentioned him. Ronnie Milsap is the person. Country music singer, pianist, and songwriter, became country music's first well-known blind singer. It was on this day, 1947, James Sandy Pinkard was born from the music duo Pinkard and Bowden. Among his hits as a songwriter, you got a lot of them, include You're the Reason God Made Oklahoma, a duo by Shelley West and David Frizzell. And it was on this date in 1974, Charlie Rich at number one on the country charts with his album called Behind Closed Doors. And that's what's gone on this day, January the 16th, in country music history. Starting off on this date, 1943, where Ronnie Milsap was born. Happy 82nd birthday today to Ronnie Milsap.
Found out those bright lights ain't where I belong.
One of the most versatile and successful country crossover singers of all time. His crossover hits include It Was Almost Like a Song, There's No Getting Over Me, Any Day Now, and this one, Smoky Mountain Rain, as well as Stranger in My House. He's credited with 6 Grammy Awards and 40 number one hits. He's a legend. Ronnie Milsap, happy 82nd birthday.
Smoky Mountain
There you go, Smoky Mountain Rain action for you. It was on this day, country music history in the year 1947, Abbeville, Louisiana. Let's give it up for James Sandy Pinkard. We mentioned some great songwriting credits to his career. You're the Reason God Made Oklahoma by Shelley West and David Frizzell. Blessed Are the Believers by Anne Murray. And this one
I call collect on the phone
by Mel Tillis, Coca-Cola Cowboy. From the music duo Pinkard and Bowden, happy birthday today to James Sandy Pinkard. Celebrating.
She said, don't call me no more. Don't you knock on my door. It's too late now, and I know you'll never change. And she said, you're just a Coca-Cola.
And it was on this day, country music history, where Charlie Rich went number one on the country charts with this one.
My baby makes me proud.
The album Behind Closed Doors, it received 3 CMA awards, Best Male Vocalist, Album of the Year, and Single of the Year for this song written by Kenny Odell. There you go, Charlie Rich, James Sandy Pinkard, Ronnie Millsap have all made their mark on this day, January 16th, in country music history. News with K&N is coming your way right now.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Issuing a warning after a recent spike in suspected overdose-related deaths in northern Kentucky.
Northern Kentucky health officials are sounding the alarm after 9 overdoses were reported in just the past 2 days, including 2 suspected overdose-related deaths. They're urging people to take precautions like keeping naloxone on hand, checking on loved ones, and calling 911 if you suspect an overdose. Help is available 24/7 through the Northern Kentucky Addiction Helpline at 859-415-9280 or the Overdose Prevention Lifeline at 877-696-1996. I'm Whitney Harris.
Local authorities releasing the name of a Manchester woman who was killed in a crash over the weekend in Wayne County, Indiana, south of Richmond and close to the Ohio state line. Police say officers called to a multi-vehicle crash at U.S. Route 27 and Old State Route 122 sometime after sunset, arrived to find 60-year-old Nanny Bird dead at the scene. Several other motorists were hurt, one of whom was hospitalized with serious injuries. A Kentucky lawmaker proposing changing a highway name for the incoming president. State Representative T.J. Roberts sponsoring House Joint Resolution 8. That's legislation pushing the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet to designate a part of State Route 18 in Boone County as President Donald J. Trump Highway. Roberts feels he's never seen more of an American first president in his lifetime, hoping other states adopt his resolution as well. Opponents have called his measure inappropriate to name any public infrastructure after living individuals, with the Boone County Democratic Party adding, especially when there are countless unsung heroes in our own community who have made lasting contributions to our society. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Thank you, Boyle Countyans, for helping keep Boyle County clean. Don't throw your trash out of your car. Keep it inside till you can dispose of it properly by bringing your plastic water bottles, soda bottles, and energy drink bottles to one of the Boyle County convenience centers for recycling. Let's keep Boyle County looking beautiful today and tomorrow. Please cover those loads when going to the convenience centers.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Don't be a dirty driver. You can shine on and drive on with a clean vehicle from the original Thoroughbred Car Wash in Danville on Perryville Road. The original Thoroughbred Car Wash has 6 self-service bays and 8 vacuums and a touchless automatic wash that washes, waxes, and blow dries for the spotless wash that you'll be proud of. Find the original Thoroughbred Car Wash in Danville on Perryville Road, just down from Big Lots. Open 7 days a week for your convenience.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and both Danville and Harrodsburg have announced their events. In Harrodsburg, they'll have a pancake and sausage breakfast at 10 that morning, followed by the march downtown with the event at 11:30 that morning at Harrodsburg Baptist Church. The keynote speaker for Harrodsburg's event is Mayor Bob Williams. Danville's theme is Mission Possible, protecting freedom, justice, and democracy in the spirit of nonviolence 365. Center College and Danville Boyle County are teaming up for the event that'll start on Monday, January 20th. Starts at 9 that morning at City Hall with a march, a social hour at 9:30 at Norton Center. That'll include live music, breakfast, and a free shirt for the first 400 people, with the program beginning that morning at 10:30 at Newland Hall. The keynote speaker will be Reverend Dr. Daniel Corey Scholl, the chairman of the Jefferson County Board of Education and the senior pastor at Vernon Avenue Baptist Church in Louisville. The city of Danville and Boyle County's emergency warming shelter will be open through 8 o'clock this morning for those needing its services. You can utilize that by going to a gathering place on Jean Drive in Danville, and the weather should take a better turn, at least for a few days. Friday and Saturday's highs are expected to be in the mid to upper 40s, though it brings with it a system that will drop some rain on us. Then next week, meteorologists are tracking another potential snowmaker from a system that's developing in Texas. They say it could bring, quote, significant snowfall to Kentucky. Again, it all depends on how that system tracks. A Lincoln County man was killed Tuesday morning when he was hit by a vehicle. The Interior Journal reports that 62-year-old Stanford native David McKittrick was hit by a vehicle when he attempted to cross US 27 North at the intersection of Wade Owens Road. Stanford police were called to the scene, along with Stanford Fire and Lincoln County EMS, who all responded to that call. Staying in Lincoln County, the Lincoln County School System has named their new chair and vice chair for the school board. Christine Killen was named the new Lincoln County School Board chair. Tyler McGuffey was named the new vice chair. A Kentucky lawmaker wants the state to consider providing exceptions to its strict abortion law. Senate Bill 35 was filed by Senator David Yates, which would allow legal abortions in the case of rape, incest, non-viable pregnancies, and medical emergencies. Yates did file a bill similar to this last year, but it received no action in the General Assembly. Kentucky's only current exception for abortion is if the life of the mother is in danger. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like discovering a refund tree has grown in your backyard.
I'm the refund tree.
Sawing off its branches.
Hey.
Feeding them through a wood chipper.
My branches! My beautiful branches!
And dancing in its refund rain. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Do you have a special needs child or an older adult in your home? The risk of them leaving the house unnoticed is real and terrifying, but you can protect your loved ones with Vivint Home Security. Right now, Vivint is offering a free doorbell camera with any new plan, plus free installation and low monthly monitoring plans. Call 800-953-6693. That's 800-953-6693. Monthly service agreement required for free installation.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by
It's brought to you by Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Delahaye Street. Get a free estimate, and they work with their insurance company, fixing water leaks, window motor repair, hail damage, and paintless dent repair in Danville Auto Body Shop. Partly sunny, 37 and 24. Your high and low for today. Sunshine, 45 tomorrow. Saturday, rain showers, 44. Sunday, cloudy and 27 as the high on Sunday. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is going to be cold. 15 degrees is the low, or is the high. 4 degrees the low that evening. Now, the low doesn't really matter because I'm not going to be doing like the events in the evening, right? But still, 15 degrees is the high, and that would be in the afternoon. So I know Danville's event we just talked about in the news is going to be 9:30ish or so in the morning. So if you are going and participate in the march that morning, make sure you dress warmly enough. Because it's going to be very cold on MLK Jr. Day. Right now it's 6:37, 25 degrees. Wind chill feels like 14 here in Danville. Larry Vought's got Vought's Views for you today. What's up, Larry?
Vought's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
Kenny Walker is playing in NBA when Mark Pope was a player in Kentucky on the 1996 National Championship team. Walker got a chance to work out with Pope several times and remembers he was a blue-collar worker who worked harder than some of his more athletic teammates. Walker said Pope's heart and ability to compete immediately impressed him, and the former UK All-American is glad that Pope has the same demeanor as a coach. Walker also really likes that Pope continues to show the ability to make in-game adjustments. As much as Kenny Walker has liked what Mark Pope has done on the court, he's been even more impressed with the way he has interacted with fans and even the media. Walker has not been surprised that Pope relates to his players so well because Pope played at Kentucky for Coach Rick Pitino, and he understands the culture of UK basketball better than any coach other than his coach, Joe Hall, who was born and raised in Woodgrass.
Vaught's Views will return in a moment.
Are you carefully managing fertilizer applications and budget, but still not achieving your yield goals? Micro 500 from AgriLiquid effectively addresses yield-limiting micronutrient deficiencies without the expense of additional applications, nutrient waste, or an unbearable mess. Micro 500's balanced combination of micronutrients is safe to apply and its compatibility is unmatched. Achieve your yield goals with Micro 500 from AgriLiquid. Find out more at agriliquid.com.
Kenny Walker likes all the Kentucky players, but admits that his favorite player has been Otega Owe. He loves the way Kobe Bria shoots and how Lamont Butler runs the team as point guard. But Owe has become number one on Walker's list because of the way when the game is on the line, he makes plays. Owe has a knack for getting a key basket, rebound, or steal that not every player has. Walker calls him a prime-time player who comes up the biggest in the biggest moments because he's not afraid to do what it takes to make sure his team wins.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
There you go, Larry Vaught, Vaught's Views, Mondays through Fridays, right here on the Joe Show at this time at 6:40 in the morning on this January the 16th. U.S. regulators made the big announcement yesterday. They were banning red dye 3 from the nation's food supply nearly 35 years after it was barred from cosmetics because of potential cancer risks. So the government, they knew that obviously putting red dye 3 inside makeup products could cause cancer, but hey, you can still eat it for the next 35 years. Food and Drug Administrators officials, they granted a 2022 petition that was filed by 24 food safety and health advocates who urged that they needed to revoke the authorization for red dye 3, which is used in snack cakes, candies, and maraschino cherries to give them that bright red color that they have. And the agency said it's taken the action as a, quote, matter of law because some studies, they used a study on rats, for example, where they allowed their rats to eat red dye 3, and it caused cancer in those lab rats. Officials cited a statute known as the Delaney Clause, which requires the FDA to ban any additive found to cause cancer in people or animals. So red dye 3 is going off the market. It's the FDA that ruled that yesterday. Well, check out this.
The FDA is banning red dye number 3, which means you'd better get your red dye while you can at the Red Dye Warehouse. That's right. We've got a huge inventory of red dye, but when it's gone for good.
I got a 20-gallon drum of red dye at the Red Dye Warehouse. I'm going to inject red dye in all my food once red dye is officially banned and none of the food has red dye in it.
Amazing plan. Yes, your food won't be the same without red dye, so you better get all of the red dye you can at the Red Dye Warehouse.
More Twizzlers that used to be red, but aren't anymore, so we cover them with red dye. From the Red Dye Warehouse, please.
You got it, buddy.
The Red Dye Warehouse. Get it before it's gone. Yeah. See you soon.
You gotta stock up on your red dye 3, I guess. The FDA has banned that in all foods. And good thing they did. Cancer-causing agent. Let's see what's going on in this morning's World of Good. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are. I'm right there with you. These stories remind us of the silver lining in the cloud over all of our heads. My way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go to the same for somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up on the piano. It's Mr. Floyd Kramer for you. All right, story number 1 coming from Southern California, where last week, amidst the most destructive wildfire ever recorded in Southern California, Caleb Serban Lawler saved a stranded woman and her 4 dogs from the deadly conditions. Driving through thick smoke, flames, and burning roads, he transported the woman and her pets to safety. While he downplayed his actions, the woman expressed deep gratitude for his bravery and his heroic actions. Pretty cool. Story number 2, again coming from California, where an elderly couple in California successfully defended their home from the Palisades fire in Los Angeles using garden hoses and their resourcefulness to combat the flames. Despite being in their mid-80s, Susan and Winston Sulzer managed to preserve their property, one of only 3 houses left standing on their street. This is the second time the couple has had to protect their home from wildfires, having faced a similar situation back in 1978. And story number 3 coming from San Angelo, Texas, where a Doberman named Kai in San Angelo saved his owner's grandfather by alerting neighbors after the elderly man became unresponsive. Kai opened the door, barked persistently to attract attention, and a neighbor called the police, leading to a swift response. At the hospital, the grandfather was diagnosed with life-threatening sepsis, but doctors say, thanks to Kai's actions, he received life-saving medical care just in time. The good news, Kai the Doberman saves a Texas grandpa's life. A couple in their 80s saved their home from the Palisades fire with a garden hose, and a man risks his life driving up a burning mountain to save a woman and her 4 dogs from a wildfire. That's what's going on in this morning's World of Absolute Good, folks. All righty, 6:45 in the morning. We've got Silliness at Sunrise and PRN's Garage Pass all coming up next right here on The Joe Show. Floyd Kramer, take us home, buddy. It's all yours.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings, plus free home delivery with any base. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt? Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS. Call Civic Tax Relief for free information now. Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
Just call 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908.
Couldn't tell you a single thing about that in-season tournament, man. Doesn't pay points, right?
Austin Cendric.
I'll wait for everybody to talk about it on Twitter, and then I'll educate myself, I guess.
I think there's better ways, but it's the format we're in, and you just have to excel at it.
Mark Caro and PRN's Garage Pass.
For anyone who's worried about back taxes, has not filed tax returns, and doesn't know what to do next, stop and listen. Not filing your taxes can have severe consequences. Now that COVID is over, the IRS is getting aggressive, massively increasing enforcement and collection efforts. Hiding and not dealing with your taxes will cause you harsh legal and financial ramifications. But right now, the IRS offers forgiveness and writes off a massive amount of tax debt. The Tax Doctor offers a free service that helps people get out of IRS collections and back in good standing with the government. Don't hide or bury your head in the sand. Take advantage of our free service. Call now to learn more. 800-393-5045. 800-393-5045. 800-393-5045. That's 800-393-5045.
One of the more interesting additions to the 2025 Cup Series schedule schedule is the 5-race in-season tournament that gets underway in June, with 32 drivers set to go head-to-head in NASCAR's version of March Madness. The last man standing will get a check for $1 million, and I asked Austin Cindric what he thought about it.
Couldn't tell you a single thing about that in-season tournament, man. It doesn't pay points, right?
No.
No, okay, well then.
But it pays a trophy and I think some money.
Points are more important.
I thought you guys were about checks and trophies.
Not this guy. Maybe trophies, but that trophy, depends on who you are, I guess, if it means something. But yeah, I guess I'll wait for everybody to talk about it on Twitter, and then I'll educate myself, I guess. But yeah, definitely more focused on early part of the season. We had a lot of our season reviews as a group, as a team, and kind of where our priorities are going to lie early in the season as far as improving where we left off. I'd say that's a lot more of where the focus is than win some cash in the tournament there. But it's a long schedule, and it's definitely important to give yourself the best perspective as possible where you're at.
With both winners on their opening night in the Chili Bowl Nationals, it looks like Kyle Larson and Christopher Bell are on another collision course for the A-Main final on Saturday night. Could be another photo finish like they had recently in the Tulsa shootout. It wasn't age discrimination when NASCAR revealed it would not let 65-year-old former veteran driver Mike Wallace attempt to make the Daytona 500. It was more that he hasn't run the Cup Series since 2015, or any race for that matter, in recent years.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
There's been a lot of talk, pro and con, about the NASCAR Cup Series playoff format since the end of last season. And William Byron was asked if he'd like to see some changes and how a driver can take the title.
When this format started, like with the one race, winner take all, it's super exciting. So I think there's better ways, but I thought about this the other day. I feel like as drivers, we shouldn't really complain about it too much because it's the format we're in, and you just have to excel at it.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass, presented by eBay Motors.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
The Urban Real Estate Group has joined forces with WHIR Realtors Ford Brothers and is here to serve you for all your real estate needs with real estate offices now in 6 central and southeastern Kentucky locations. Whether you're looking to sell or buy a home, farm, or commercial property, remember WHIR Realtors Ford Brothers. WHIR Realtors Ford Brothers, give us a call at 859-792-2611. WHIR Realtors Ford Brothers. WHIR works.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right, Jackie Boy, brought to you by our friends over at Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet. They are up north in Harrodsburg, specializing in discount waterproof vinyl flooring, hardwood tile and carpet remnant. Shop and save and all types of floor coverings. Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet, 540 North College Street. All right, you get sunshine, 37 degrees, a high, a low tonight of 24. Mostly sunny skies tomorrow, 45 degrees is your high. And on Saturday, you get rain showers, high of 45. Sunday, mostly cloudy, and 27 is your high. At 6:53 in the morning, right now 25 degrees. Wind chill feels like 14. 100% hilarious. So bad, it's good. Warning, these may make you cringe. It's time for everyone's sixth favorite segment right here in the Joe Show every morning. It is the Dad Joke of the Day.
Dad Joke of the Day.
All right, Dad Joke of the Day. Here we go. I was talking with someone. He was a taxi driver. I was in his taxi. He was a taxi driver. He said, I love my job. The driver did. I love my job. He said, I'm my own boss. Nobody ever tells me what to do. And I said, turn left here. Well, the Dad Joke of the Day, Mondays through Fridays, right here on the Joe Show at this time. WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
Welcome to the planet of the apps.
And let me get you up to speed on the world's top free game app now, Splashy. All you have to do to play is touch the screen and move your finger around, and you move a little ball and bounce it and see if your ball will bounce as far as you possibly can. Then you land it on some pedestals. You can rack up points if you do that. It's addicting is what they say. And that's what you want from a game to pass your time in an airport or if you're waiting in a doctor's office or whatever. Splashy, S-P-L-A-S-H-Y, free. And getting really good reviews, too. Let me know what you think of Splashy. It's Rick Dees and this molten magma every day. We call it the planet of the apps.
There you go, Rick Dees, the planet of the apps, Mondays through Fridays. And the Joe Show at this time leads us into the country comic spotlight this morning. Shane Smith in the spotlight. Shane Smith, and talking about his mom, and he said his mom was a tough cookie growing up. His mom was, and he'll explain the story here. Shane Smith in the country comic spotlight talking about his mom. Here he is.
Yeah, I've seen my mom fight a lot. She's the craziest person in my whole family, by far. I've watched my mom not only fight, but win. I've watched my mom knock out men, women, dogs. Everyone can get it. Everyone can get the smoke from my mom. It's crazy. Yeah, that's right. I didn't misspeak. My mom knocked a dog out once. You guys know how hard you have to punch to knock a dog unconscious? Their heads are made of cement. That's crazy to do. I can feel you guys being collectively worried about the dog. I can hear the Sarah McLachlan music playing in your heads. Is not what happened. Would it help you guys if I told you it was a bad dog? Not very much. Okay. So a woman in the audience visibly shaking her head. My mom didn't just punch our innocent dog, all right? It wasn't like a chihuahua sleeping on a lazy boy. It was like, in the arms of an angel. And my mom comes out of nowhere and rocks that dog. While as funny as that would be, that's not what happened. I'm going to tell you what happened, and then everyone here who's all offended, oh, you can't punch a dog, you're going to feel stupid. There's a lot of reasons to punch a dog, okay? So what happened was, me and my family owned this dog, and she got really old. She was straight up elderly. Like, her name was Molly. She was like 18 years old. She could vote. It was crazy, okay? So, Molly's so old, her favorite thing was to hang out in our yard and be blind. So she's out there doing her thing, enjoying herself. That's when our neighbor's dog got out of their yard, ran to our yard, jumped over our fence into our yard to attack Molly. My mom saw this happen. Before that dog was over the fence, she had kicked the door to our trailer open, got low, intercepted, and knocked that dog out. Thank you. That's right. My mom is kind of a hero.
Shane Smith in the Country Comic Spotlight. Rick Dees in the Planet of the Apps, the dad joke of the day. The best jokes from late night television last night. Starting off with Jimmy Fallon joking about the country bidding farewell to TikTok.
Yeah, it was a big night. Biden delivered an emotional farewell to the country while the country was busy delivering an emotional farewell to TikTok.
Jimmy Fallon also joking about President Biden's farewell address last night.
Well, guys, tonight President Biden delivered his farewell address from the Oval Office. Yep. After the speech, Biden embraced his two great loves, Jill and the teleprompter.
Seth Meyers also joking on NBC's Late Night about President Biden's farewell address.
President Biden delivered his farewell address from the Oval Office tonight after more than a half-century of public service, and by the time he was finished, there wasn't an open eye in the house.
Sylvanus at Sunrise, Seth Meyers, Jimmy Fallon, Rick D, Shane Smith, and this morning's Planet of the Apps and the dad joke of the day. Yeah, 6:59 in the morning. We are 30 seconds away from Top Hour News. We'll hit up this quick commercial from the Boyle County Senior Citizen Center, a gathering place. And coming up at 7 o'clock in the morning hour, breaking and trending at 7:10. Good morning to you, Danville and Boyle County. Glad to have you on the Joe Show.
Serving Boyle County seniors, a gathering place.
Our Adult Day Healthcare Services provide independence through assistance for adults with special needs ages 21 and over. Our participants enjoy games, reality orientation, cognitive and physical activities, exercise, music and craft programs, while offering families freedom and peace of mind knowing their loved ones are cared for in a safe, supportive environment. Visit thegatheringplace.org. Follow on Facebook and Instagram for more info.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. The Israeli Prime Minister's office claims Hamas is backing out of some of its agreements in the hostage release deal announced less than 24 hours ago. The Palestinian militant group made a ceasefire and hostage deal with Israel on Wednesday that would include Hamas releasing dozens of hostages in exchange for Palestinian prisoners. Today, the Israeli Prime Minister's office released a statement claiming Hamas is reneging on the understandings and creating a last-minute crisis that is preventing an agreement. 2 American hostages will likely be released in the first phase of the Israel-Hamas ceasefire deal. More from Mark Mayfield.
A senior administration official told NBC that Sagi Dekelhen and Keith Siegel are both alive and expected to be released soon. The first phase of the ceasefire will see the release of civilians, children, elderly, and wounded hostages. Siegel's wife Aviva was among the group of hostages released in the temporary 2023 ceasefire. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Crews are scrambling to get the upper hand on the Los Angeles wildfires as the winds died down over Southern California. Red flag warnings expired for much of the Los Angeles area late last night. At last check, the Palisades fire in western L.A. was 21% contained, while the Eden fire east of L.A. was 45% contained. A hillside Southern California home that survived the massive fire in the Palisades area is now destroyed after what appears to be a mudslide behind the property. More from Daniel Martindale.
The home overlooking the Pacific Ocean is split in half and surrounded by mud and debris. It's unclear exactly when this happened, but it will likely be added to the total number of structures destroyed as a result of the Palisades fire, the most destructive fire in Los Angeles history. The latest estimates say about 10,000 structures have been lost to the fire, which started on January 7th.
Stock futures are higher before the opening bell. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural
Difference is only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
Oh, that's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy.
The FDA is proposing a new rule aimed at helping shoppers make healthier choices. Brian Shook reports.
The proposed rule would require new labels on the front of food packaging that shows information including whether a product has low, medium, or high amounts of sodium, saturated fat, or added sugar. It would complement the nutrition facts label that is already required on most packaged foods, according to the FDA. Advocates say front of package labels have been shown in other countries to incentivize food companies to reformulate products and help people make healthier options.
Eating lots of red meat could increase your chances of dementia. A new study shows people who eat the equivalent of 2 slices of bacon or a hot dog a day have a 13% greater chance of developing dementia than those who eat a minimal amount. The study was published in the journal Neurology. Some people are calling it a new era in American spaceflight. More from Tammy Trujillo.
Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket roared into orbit overnight from Cape Canaveral.
Well, now passing 1 minute 30 seconds into flight, passing Mach 1. New Glenn is now supersonic. Engines continue to perform well, now passing through Max Q, maximum dynamic pressure.
After scrubbing earlier attempts to get the massive 320-foot-tall rocket off the ground, the private aerospace company founded by Jeff Bezos finally recorded a success. Bezos was on hand to watch from mission control as the New Glenn thundered into orbit overnight. While that all went as planned, returning the first stage booster and landing it on a barge in the Atlantic failed. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
The first trailer is being released for Marvel Television's Daredevil Born Again. The series will be the reintroduction of Charlie Cox's Daredevil from the original series that streamed on Netflix. Michael Kastner, NBC News.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stewart Powell Ford and Mazda. All of us here would like to thank everyone in Boyle and the surrounding counties for once again selecting our dealership as the #1 new car dealership, used car dealership, and place to have your vehicle serviced. We strive daily to meet every need of every customer, and since 1949 we have been providing quality products and services at a fair price while treating our customers and employees with respect. Stop in at 225 South Danville Bypass and see just how easy it is to do business with us.
Some Kentucky families will have to take out private student loans to help cover college expenses. Private student loans generally have higher interest rates than student loans offered by the federal government, so it's important to compare private loan lenders to see who has the best deal for you. The Advantage Education Loan, Kentucky's only nonprofit private student loan, offers a very competitive rate. Learn more at AdvantageEducationLoan.com.
Good morning to you. It's Thursday. It's the 16th day of January, and glad to have you on the Joe Show on this Thursday morning as we'll give you a weather forecast coming your way. We'll also let you know what's breaking and trending, and we talk Boyle County girls basketball with Brian Britt at 7:20 this morning. All coming up next on the Joe Show. But news is first, brought to you by Stewart Powell Ford Mazda. Just heard from them, so let's get to the news.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and both Danville and Harrodsburg have announced their events. In Harrodsburg, they'll have a pancake and sausage breakfast at 10 that morning, followed by the march downtown with the event at 11:30 that morning at Harrodsburg Baptist Church. The keynote speaker for Harrodsburg's event is Mayor Bob Williams. Danville's theme is Mission Possible, protecting freedom, justice, and democracy in the spirit of nonviolence 365. Center College and Danville Boyle County are teaming up for the event that'll start on Monday, January 20th. Starts at 9 that morning at City Hall with a march, a social hour at 9:30 at Norton Center. That'll include live music, breakfast, and a free shirt for the first 400 people, with the program beginning that morning at 10:30 at Newland Hall. The keynote speaker will be Reverend Dr. Daniel Corey Scholl, the chairman of the Jefferson County Board of Education and the senior pastor at Vernon Avenue Baptist Church in Louisville. The city of Danville and Boyle County's emergency warming shelter will be open through 8 o'clock this morning for those needing its services. You can utilize that by going to a gathering place on Jean Drive in Danville. And the weather should take a better turn, at least for a few days. Friday and Saturday's highs are expected to be in the mid to upper 40s, though it brings with it a system that will drop some rain on us. Then next week, meteorologists are tracking another potential snowmaker from a system that's developing in Texas. They say it could bring, quote, significant snowfall to Kentucky. Again, it all depends on how that system tracks. A Lincoln County man was killed Tuesday morning when he was hit by a vehicle. The Interior Journal reports that 62-year-old Stanford native David McKittrick was hit by a vehicle when he attempted to cross US 27 North at the intersection of Wade Owens Road. Stanford police were called to the scene, along with Stanford Fire and Lincoln County EMS, who all responded to that call. Staying in Lincoln County, the Lincoln County school system has named their new chair and vice chair for the school board. Christine Killen was named the new Lincoln County School Board chair. Tyler McGuffey was named the new vice chair. A Kentucky lawmaker wants the state to consider providing exceptions to its strict abortion law. Senate Bill 35 was filed by Senator David Yates, which would allow legal abortions in the case of rape, incest, non-viable pregnancies, and medical emergencies. Yates did file a bill similar to this last year, but it received no action in the General Assembly. Kentucky's only current exception for abortion is if the life of the mother is in danger. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, the on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. In Danville on Houstonville Road.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right, Jack, appreciate that, buddy. Brought to you by our friends over at Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet in Harrodsburg. Specializing in discount, waterproof vinyl flooring, hardwood tile, and carpet remnants. Shop and save on all types of floor coverings. Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet, 540 North College Street. Partly sunny, 37 and 24, your high and low. On this Thursday, get sunshine and 45 is the high tomorrow. Saturday, rain showers are possible, and high Saturday of 45. Sunday, mostly cloudy and 27. It's 7:11 in the morning right now. It's 30 degrees here in Danville on this Thursday, the 16th day of January. 859-238-WHIR is the phone number to call in this morning. Did you listen to President Joe Biden's farewell address last night? Did you listen to it? Check out this audio from his farewell address. We have it here on the show.
And now, President Biden writes his farewell address to America.
Gonna write, Dear Santa. No, wait, this isn't to Santa. It's to America. Let me just, okay. Dear America, I'm leaving the presidency and the thing. And I am going to miss doing president stuff. I will miss the bike rides and the ice cream. And, I think that's all I did, right? I'm kind of remembering going to a different country. Maybe it was Canada. I don't know. Who cares? I'll miss the ice cream. Anyway, I'll miss all of you, too. Except Corn Pop. He was a bad dude. And all hell, I forgot what I was saying. Sincerely, Hunter's dad. He's a good boy.
This has been President Biden writing his farewell address to America.
There you go. Let's see what's going on in the world of news. Breaking and trending, waking up with the news headlines on this Thursday, January the 16th morning. Starting off with this, President-elect Donald Trump is reportedly considering an executive order that would save TikTok from a ban or sale. The Washington Post reports that the order would suspend enforcement of the TikTok ban or sale for about 90 days. Its aim is to buy the Trump administration some time to work out a sale or some other solution. The Chinese-owned app is scheduled to be banned in the U.S. starting Sunday. TikTok CEO Xu Zichu has been invited to Trump's inauguration and will reportedly sit in a position of honor on the days, a location typically reserved for former presidents, family members, and other important guests. Meanwhile, sources say the Biden administration is looking for a way to keep TikTok up and running for now as well. An administration official says, quote, Americans shouldn't expect to see TikTok suddenly banned on Sunday, and added they are exploring options for how to implement the law so TikTok does not go dark. Nearly all Americans use products that involve AI. A Gallup Telescope survey found that an estimated 99% of Americans used at least one AI-enabled product in the past week, but about two-thirds didn't realize that they were AI products. The survey also found that despite the widespread use, the people's views of AI remain poor. Majorities expect AI will have a negative impact on Americans' job opportunities, U.S. national security, and the spread of false information within the next 5 years. Taylor Swift has big renovating plans for her $17 million mansion in Rhode Island. According to the Providence Journal, the singer hired contractors to renovate the mansion. The report says Swift's plans to add a new bedroom and bathroom, plus renovate the kitchen. The 11,000 square foot mansion already has cranes surrounding it. Swift purchased the property in 2013. And she's famously thrown star-studded 4th of July parties there. State Farm is canceling its Super Bowl ad this year because of the wildfires in Southern California. It instead says they're focused on helping customers impacted by the fires that have left thousands of homes and businesses destroyed. The insurance company has faced backlash for not renewing coverage for 72,000 homes because of their fire risk. A spokesperson said the company has already received thousands of claims, delayed production of a tie-in campaign with the Apple TV series Severance. Crater Lake in Oregon is considered the best national park for stargazing. The vacation rental website Lake.com used the National Park Service Night Sky data collection to score 100 national parks according to the average percentage of visible stars along with each area's average median light pollution. Crater Lake viewers could see nearly 99% of visible stars and light pollution of 0.03. Second on the list was the Great Basin in Nevada, followed by Canyonlands in Utah. President-elect Donald Trump announced on his Truth Social platform this week he plans to create a new agency called the External Revenue Service when he takes office. Trump said, quote, we will begin charging those that make money off of us with trade, and they will start paying. With the creation of a new agency takes an act of Congress. Republicans do hold a majority in both the House and Senate. Democratic lawmakers quickly criticized the proposal. Senator Ron Wyden saying, quote, no amount of silly rebranding will hide the fact that Trump is planning a multi-trillion-dollar tax hike on American families and small businesses to pay for another round of tax handouts to the rich. That's what's breaking and trending this morning here on The Joe Show on 103.9 FM. WHIR Danville. We're talking with Boyle County girls basketball coach Brian Britt. He's coming up next.
This Steve Bertram Sports Report is a service of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda on the Danville Bypass and online at stuartpowell.com.
At Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, we are proud to be your hometown dealer for many reasons. Selection, service, convenient location, and our people. Your friends, family, and neighbors. Since 1949 at Stuart Powell, we make it easy. Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda. Visit us on the Bypass in Danville or online at stuartpowell.com.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. 8th-ranked Kentucky is preparing for number 4 Alabama this Saturday at noon in Rupp Arena. Both teams are 3-1 in conference play. We'll have all the action for you on Z105 for the Wildcats and the Crimson Tide Saturday. Last night in men's college basketball in the SEC, number 6 Tennessee woke up in the second half to win at Georgia 74-56. Vanderbilt slipped by South Carolina 66-63, and Texas downed Oklahoma 77-73. Elsewhere, second-ranked Iowa State topped number 9 Kansas 74-57. It was Illinois-Chicago 97, Murray State 93 in double overtime, and Cleveland State 76, Northern Kentucky 58. The NFL Conference semifinals are set for this weekend. Saturday, Houston's at Kansas City and Washington visits Detroit. Sunday, it'll be the Los Angeles Rams at Philadelphia, followed by Baltimore at Buffalo. Ohio State remains the favorite to defeat Notre Dame for the college football national championship. The Buckeyes are 8-point picks over the Irish Monday night in Atlanta. Hometown Radio brings you girls high school basketball tonight as Danville Christian Academy entertains Louisville Assumption. Tip-off is at 7:30 on Z105. The Kentucky women have moved up to number 12 this week in the women's AP Top 25. UK is now 15-1 and plays at Georgia Sunday afternoon at 2. Unbeaten UCLA remains number 1, followed by South Carolina, Notre Dame, USC, and LSU in the top 5. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
This is Caraway at Mattresses and More on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, stop by and check us out. New items arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Buy it today and take it home today. We offer layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit.
Thank you, Caraway. Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know. Generations of serving our community, immunizations, prescriptions, and so much more. Helpful people, free local delivery, mobile app refills right to your door. Visit SuttonRx.com. Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on Maple Avenue.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right, Jack, appreciate that, old buddy. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at the Big Deals online store. HometownLive.net is the website. HometownLive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses and big-time discounts. Up to 50% every single day. Even entertainment tickets on there as well. The Big Deals online store. HometownLive.net. Partly sunny, a high of 37. A low tonight, 24. Could get some gusty winds at some points today. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 45. Not a bad day at all to head to Boyle County High School and watch a little crosstown rivalry basketball action tomorrow night between Boyle County and Danville. Same thing on Saturday, back at Boyle County with DCA and Boyle. It is a big week for Boyle County basketball, back-to-back-to-back district games, all of them at home, and so far, so good as we talk with Boyle County girls coach Brian Britt. Coach, your Lady Rebels took care of business on Tuesday, 70-47 against Garrett County, and that was a game we were there live for, Coach, and tell us how you thought your Lady Rebels played in that 70-47 win, tied for the most points you've scored in the game this year, so offensively played pretty well there in that game on Tuesday.
Yeah, we've concentrated very heavily this year. Of course, I'm a defensive coach. Last year, we spent about 80% year one doing defense and understanding the game on the defense side of the ball, and this year we flip-flopped it, and we're spending about 80% on offense and fundamentals and drill work. And it's the girls are growing up. They're making strides. We had 27 field goals against Garrett. And out of the 27 field goals, we had 22 assists. And I know we haven't done that since in the last 2 years since I've gotten the job. So, it's showing that they're starting to slow down a little bit on offense, starting to make better passes, better decisions, not forcing things. Maggie Burke over the last probably 3 to 4 weeks has averaged about 7 assists a game, which, obviously helps the shooters and helps our bigs take better shots, and it makes a difference.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about Maggie Burke. There are a couple of girls, Coach. Of course, we were there on Tuesday calling the game. A couple of girls I thought that stood out to me. First of all, Addison Yates, 14 first-quarter points. There was a point there about midway through the first quarter, Coach, where I felt like if she was going to shoot it, it was going to go in. And what a talented player you have in Addison Yates. Just a freshman, put up 23 for you in that win on Tuesday.
Yeah, the biggest difference from this year to last year for her is we've talked about expanding your game. Last year, of course, as an eighth grader, she wanted to kind of stand on the three-point line, and once she stood there, she never really moved. And so then once she hits one or two, and the defense starts clinging on to her, then she kind of disappeared. Over the off season, just talking about, hey, we got to expand your game. One, let's stand 3 or 4 feet behind the three-point line so you can step into things, so you have room to work. You got to be a shot faker because people are going to run at you, and you got to be a driver. You got to get to the free throw line, and that in itself has helped her to take great shots this year instead of so many forced shots. And right now she's, I think, 19th. In the state in three-pointers made and 20th in free throw percentage. So I think that, and of course, when you've got a point guard that has done a great job of learning and understanding the game too over the past several months, some of those passes and some of those things that shots you're getting are wide open now and become great shots instead of just okay or good shots.
Yeah. I was really impressed as well, Coach, on Tuesday with Ellery Taylor. Came off the bench for you, a rebound away from a double-double, 11 points and 9 rebounds. It was, for Ellery, it was almost like every time the ball bounced, it was right place, right time for her. She's got a motor on her, never gives up on a play, and she's a great player for you all. One of the elder statesmen, so to say, just a junior, still has one more year left, but she had a great game Tuesday night.
Yeah, Ellery, we get that out of Ellery every night. She's probably one of our most fun to watch. She just, like you said, she has a motor. She has a knack for the ball when it comes off the rim. She's had 2 double-doubles this year already. Honestly, and Ellery hasn't played in 6 years. I went out and begged her and Reagan Britt to come off the soccer field and play basketball. We don't have a lot of older girls, and we needed some older girls and some to kind of lead the way for these younger girls. And so I went out and begged them after their great soccer season, and I'm very happy that I convinced them both to come out because Ellery, they both have motors, and I guess you have to be on the soccer field, but Ellery is, I can't imagine what she would look like if she would have played basketball for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
But she is a phenomenal athlete. She could probably start for most teams in our district and in our region, if not all teams. But a role for her that we've talked about is that, look, I know I'm going to get lots of minutes out of you, and I know I'm going to get possibly 10 points and possibly 10 rebounds at every game from you, no matter whether you're starting or coming off the bench. And she's accepted that, and it makes her even a better teammate because of that, not just what she does on the floor.
Yeah, and you mentioned Maggie Burke earlier, Coach. I remember last year coaching our rec ball team. It was me and Kyle Wynn were coaching our rec ball team, and we talked about to our players that you don't have to score points to make an impact on the game. There are plenty of ways to make impacts on the game. And to me, like, when you watch Maggie Burke run your offense, she didn't score any points on Tuesday, but without Maggie Burke, I feel like you're not scoring 70, right? She is just so good at directing the offense. Obviously, is probably your best defender. You put her on the best player on the opposing team, and when she's on the court, things just run so much smoother for Boyle County when Maggie Burke's out there.
Correct. I know everybody looks at points when they're looking at the game of basketball, but honestly, for me, I think Maggie has developed into a top 3, if not the best point guard in our region. Of course, being a point guard, I see the game from a different aspect, but with Maggie and with all of our players, we've tried to explain that, look, an assist is just as good as a scoring point. If one player scores 8 points, but you have 8 assists, how many points did you have with those 8 assists? Is the way we've tried to help them understand and explain it. And at a minimum, you've got 16.
Yeah.
But if someone's hit 2 or 3 threes in there, well, you may have had 20 points that you were accounted for versus that person that only scored 8 points and didn't have any assists. So, Maggie has really taken that to heart. She's, and they're all learning the game and understanding the game on the offensive side of the ball, which is kind of a lost art, and the fundamentals of it is lost. And the staff that I've been able to accumulate this year has done a fantastic job of all the fundamental work that we're doing still every day in practice, at least spending a small portion on the fundamentals on the offensive side. And it's paying off, and hopefully we'll continue to build on that through the last part of the season.
Yeah, Danville, DCA, Danville tomorrow night, DCA Saturday night, so 2 more really big games in terms of district standings, Coach, and trying to lock down one of those top 2 seeds, and you'll have some back-to-back games here against 2 local schools, 2 rival schools, Danville and DCA. Should be fun ones there. 6 o'clock Friday night versus Danville, 6 o'clock Saturday night versus DCA. Coach, appreciate you being on. Good luck with practice today. We'll see you tomorrow night for that girl-boy doubleheader, okay?
It sounds good. I appreciate it, Jeff.
All right, Coach. Yes, sir. Bye. That's Boyle County girls basketball coach Brian Britt. Lady Rebels are 11-6 this season and 1-0 in district play, and looking to go to 2-0 tomorrow versus the Lady Admirals. We of course talked with Haley Hellier, Danville coach, Lady Admiral coach yesterday, and we've got Denny Webb, Boyle boys coach on Mondays, Tristan Ford, Danville boys coach on Tuesday, Haley Hellier, Danville girls coach on Wednesday, and Brian Britt, Boyle girls coach on Thursdays. Here's news at 7:30.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Bath County voters overwhelmingly rejecting the nickel tax in Tuesday's special election, with 1,344 votes against, 282 in favor, according to County Clerk Roger Coyle. The tax would have added 5 cents per $100 of property value to fund school renovations, new construction, and debt service. Supporters argued the tax would unlock $29 million in state matching funds and prevent future rate increases, while opponents cited affordability concerns and lack of transparency from the school board. This marks the second rejection of the tax after a similar vote failed in November. State Senator Chris McDaniel pushing Senate Bill 126, a proposed constitutional amendment to restrict gubernatorial pardon powers in the final weeks of administration. The bill would prevent pardons from being issued 1 month before Election Day through the next inauguration, addressing concerns over last-minute pardons with no public accountability. This marks McDaniel's 5th attempt to pass this measure, inspired by over 600 pardons issued at the end of the Bevin administration. If approved by lawmakers, voters get to decide in 2026. Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman releasing the state's first ever manual to combat the crime of strangulation.
People who strangle are some of the most dangerous criminals we face.
The Attorney General's manual identifies the signs of strangulation for law enforcement and medical professionals. It shares strategies to effectively prosecute cases and how advocates should engage with victims who suffer the crime.
Strangulation is one of the most accurate predictors for the subsequent homicide of victims of domestic violence. It's the biggest clue that a murder will take place.
In 2019, the General Assembly passed a law that makes strangulation a felony offense. I'm Paul Miles.
And I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi. Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings, plus free home delivery with any base. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt? Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS. Call Civic Tax Relief for free information now. Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
Just call 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and both Danville and Harrodsburg have announced their events. In Harrodsburg, they'll have a pancake and sausage breakfast at 10 that morning, followed by the march downtown with the event at 11:30 that morning at Harrodsburg Baptist Church. The keynote speaker for Harrodsburg's event is Mayor Bob Williams. Danville's theme is Mission Possible, protecting freedom, justice, and democracy in the spirit of nonviolence 365. Center College and Danville Boyle County are teaming up for the event that'll start on Monday, January 20th. Starts at 9 that morning at City Hall with a march, a social hour at 9:30 in Norton Center. That'll include live music, breakfast, and a free shirt for the first 400 people, with the program beginning that morning at 10:30 at Newland Hall. The keynote speaker will be Reverend Dr. Daniel Corey Scholl, the chairman of the Jefferson County Board of Education and the senior pastor at Vernon Avenue Baptist Church in Louisville. The city of Danville and Boyle County's emergency warming shelter will be open through 8 o'clock this morning for those needing its services. You can utilize that by going to a gathering place on Jean Drive in Danville, and the weather should take a better turn, at least for a few days. Friday and Saturday's highs are expected to be in the mid to upper 40s, though it brings with it a system that will drop some rain on us. Then next week, meteorologists are tracking another potential snowmaker from a system that's developing in Texas. They say it could bring, quote, significant snowfall to Kentucky. Again, it all depends on how that system tracks. A Lincoln County man was killed Tuesday morning when he was hit by a vehicle. The Interior Journal reports that 62-year-old Stanford native David McKittrick was hit by a vehicle when he attempted to cross US 27 North at the intersection of Wade Owens Road. Stanford police were called to the scene, along with Stanford Fire and Lincoln County EMS, who all responded to that call. Staying in Lincoln County, the Lincoln County school system has named their new chair and vice chair for the school board. Christine Killen was named the new Lincoln County School Board chair. Tyler McGuffey was named the new vice chair. A Kentucky lawmaker wants the state to consider providing exceptions to its strict abortion law. Senate Bill 35 was filed by Senator David Yates, which would allow legal abortions in the case of rape, incest, non-viable pregnancies, and medical emergencies. Yates did file a bill similar to this last year, but it received no action in the General Assembly. Kentucky's only current exception for abortion is if the life of the mother is in danger. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Are you considering starting a business or expanding your existing business? Are you looking for a stable partner you can trust to help you understand your options? This is Ricky Peterson. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank at the Danville Main Street office. As a part of your community, I'm here to help you understand the best options for you today and in the future. Give me a call at 859-236-9822. Let me show you what Uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, Uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Hi, my name is Carol, and I'm a student at the University of Kentucky College of Nursing. Do you work with lawn or agriculture chemicals? Are you sometimes in fields, yards, or gardens where chemicals have been used? Be sure you change your clothes and wash thoroughly before you have close contact with children. Even though you cannot see or perhaps smell the chemicals, they can still be present on you and your clothing. Even a small amount of chemicals can make your child sick. Protect your children from chemical exposure. Keep them away from your soiled clothing.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right, Jackie Boy, brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Dexter and WHIR Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. They proudly represent the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Call Mark or Chris. They'll give you a free quote, 859-236-6686 for Dexter and WHIR Insurance. All right, partly sunny, a high of 37. A low tonight of 24. Sunshine 45 is the high tomorrow. Rain showers tomorrow night into Saturday. High of 44 on Saturday with rain. Sunday mostly cloudy and 27. Again, MLK Junior Day is looking, in terms of temperatures, looking very cold. 15 degrees is the high. 4 is the low Monday night. Right now it's 7:38, 29 degrees. And Tyler Miller joins us this morning on the County Agent's Corner. Good morning, Tyler. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Joe. I like that commercial that was played about the student in the College of Nursing talking about washing your clothes.
Yes, yeah. Our farm safety PSA commercial, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Got to make sure you wash your clothes if you're working with chemicals before you come back inside the house.
Yeah, we can never be too safe in that regard.
Yeah. Good stuff. Tyler's on here. You're talking about safety this week. Tyler has a lot about fire safety and fireplace safety. We'll see what Tyler has on his agenda for today. It's the County Agent's Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Got the top price for your livestock? Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Here's Tyler Miller.
All right. I just want folks to know that I'm hosting a pesticide applicator card class. This gets you your pesticide card. So if you're spraying registered chemicals, this allows you to buy those chemicals, and this card is good for 3 years. Now, this class is going to be held on Monday, January the 27th at 5:30 at the Lincoln County Extension Office. We're going to start at 5:30. This class does take a little while, so plan to hang out with us there, and you will, in the completion of the class, you will be able to purchase those restricted use chemicals, and when you're spraying, you need to keep this card on you at all times. Bring a driver's license, some form of identification. I got to make sure that we are 18 and over, and that's going to be offered this coming Monday on the 27th. Not this coming Monday, I guess you could say. We're off this coming Monday. It'll be January the 27th. And, we're going to cover quite a range of topics, and some of that is, you guessed it, pesticide safety. So, looking forward to everyone. If you're interested, then please call the Lincoln County Extension Office and let them know that you want to come to the pesticide applicators class. And that's your County Agent's Corner on this Thursday. God bless you.
There you go. Tyler Miller with the Lincoln County Extension Office in this morning's County Agent's Corner. All right, Tyler, before you go, some random facts you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Tyler, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go, Tyler. Fact number 1. Facebook uses blue, the color blue, because Mark Zuckerberg is red-green colorblind. He says, quote, blue is the richest color for me. I can see all of blue, so that's why Facebook's color is blue.
Okay.
Number 2, there's only one major sport to lose an entire season over a strike or a lockout, Tyler. Do you know what sport that is?
Well, you said a strike or a lockout?
Yes, like the players went on strike and did not play. Do you know what sport lost an entire season because of that?
Oh, no, I don't.
Now, a lot of people would say baseball. 1994 season, the players went on strike, but that was the season had already started. They played some games in the 1994 season, like halfway through before they went on strike. So that's not the only season to be totally canceled. It actually happened in 2004, 2005. I remember this. The National Hockey League, NHL, the only major sports league to go an entire season over a strike or a lockout and have the entire season done away with. The 04-05 season canceled from a lockout for the National Hockey League.
Wow. Okay.
Number 3, about 27.7 million tons of dust blows from the Sahara Desert across the Atlantic Ocean to the Amazon rainforest every year. 27.7 million tons of Saharan desert dust ends up in the Amazon rainforest.
Ooh, that can't be good.
And then number 4, Tyler, Scottish actor David McCallum passed away in 2023. He played Ducky, the original medical examiner on NCIS. He also played a Russian secret agent in The Man from U.N.C.L.E., the TV show back in the day. But hold up, because it doesn't stop there. He also wrote the hook that was sampled by Dr. Dre in the next episode. It's predominantly featured throughout, but you can hear it right at the beginning before Snoop swoops in with the da-da-da-da-da. So he also wrote the musical hook for Dr. Dre's song, The Next Episode. So he was an actor, did a little music writing as well in his day. David McCallum.
Cool.
There you go. Tyler Miller with the Lincoln County Extension Office. There you go. The next episode.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning, okay?
All right.
All right. Tyler, appreciate it. It is 7:45 in the morning. We're heading out west, seeing what's going on with our celebrity friends in Hollywood. Right after this.
Danville Deal Maker, Bob Allen.
Start the new year in a new Nissan at Bob Allen Nissan. Hi, I'm John Welsh, inviting you to save on the new 25 Nissan Sentra 2.0S model. Lease for only $199 per month for 36 months. 10,000 lease miles per year. Stock in 25042. VIN SY 207284. Bob Allen Nissan on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. 8th-ranked Kentucky is preparing for number 4 Alabama this Saturday at noon in Rupp Arena. Both teams are 3-1 in conference play. We'll have all the action for you on Z105 for the Wildcats and the Crimson Tide Saturday. Last night in men's college basketball in the SEC, number 6 Tennessee woke up in the second half to win at Georgia 74-56. Vanderbilt slipped by South Carolina 66-63, and Texas downed Oklahoma 77-73. Elsewhere, second-ranked Iowa State topped number 9 Kansas 74-57. It was Illinois-Chicago 97, Murray State 93 in double overtime, and Cleveland State 76, Northern Kentucky 58. The NFL Conference semifinals are set for this weekend. Saturday, Houston's at Kansas City and Washington visits Detroit. Sunday, it'll be the Los Angeles Rams at Philadelphia, followed by Baltimore at Buffalo. Ohio State remains the favorite to defeat Notre Dame for the college football national championship. The Buckeyes are 8-point picks over the Irish Monday night in Atlanta. Hometown Radio brings you girls high school basketball tonight as Danville Christian Academy entertains Louisville Assumption. Tip-off is at 7:30 on Z105. The Kentucky women have moved up to number 12 this week in the women's AP Top 25. UK is now 15-1 and plays at Georgia Sunday afternoon at 2. Unbeaten UCLA remains number 1, followed by South Carolina, Notre Dame, USC, and LSU in the top 5. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
This is Daryl, the cigar sommelier and owner of Smoke and Bourbon in Danville, Kentucky at the Greenleaf Shopping Center. And here's your cigar tip of the week. This week's tip is pace yourself. On average, a Robusto cigar burns for about 35 to 45 minutes. That's a smaller size cigar. So listen, pace yourself, enjoy the blend of the cigar, and appreciate the commodity that comes with this experience. Stay burning and yearning for next week or stop in, come smoke, sip, and chill at Kentucky's newest bourbon and cigar experience, Smoke and Bourbon. Visit our Facebook anytime, Smoke and Bourbon, or our website, smoke-and-bourbon.com.
Stop in now to win tickets for our upcoming UK men's basketball game. No purchase necessary, but extra entries for each purchase of cigar or beverage.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right, folks, brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. They proudly represent the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Call Mark or Chris. They'd love to give you a free quote. 859-236-6686. Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance. You get partly sunny skies, a high today of 37, a low tonight 24. Sunshine tomorrow, 45 is the high, low of 38, and rain showers Saturday and a high of 44. Right now it's 7:48 in the morning. It is 29 degrees. Wind chill about 10 ticks cooler than that at 19. And we welcome on to the show Mimi Becker from the Danville Boyle County Arts Commission. Good morning, Mimi. How are you?
Just fine, thanks. Glad to see the sun is shining and it's getting a little warmer.
Yeah, getting a little melting action going on. Yeah,
a little melting action. That would be helpful.
Yes, and we need it because you get in the next week, Mimi. MLK Junior Day, 15 degrees is the high, 4 is the low. Cold.
I know. So bundle up for the parade, but enjoy the main activities will be indoors on Monday.
Yes, at Norton Center.
Well, not a parade, but there's a walk.
Yeah, the march. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So, in the arts world, the Youth Arts Series continues with a very delightful exhibit from Tolliver students of Whitney Mason. Whitney is the new art teacher over there and doing a super job. And this month's exhibit is at City Hall. And it's really quite get you in the spring mood. So during any office hours, anytime City Hall is open, public is welcome to come in, take a look at the exhibit. But you can also sort of see it through the front door if you happen to not make it until after they close. So check it out, Tolliver students at City Hall through the whole month of January. One of our biggest series that is ongoing is our school play program, and this year we are heavy into rehearsals for the Piano Paradox, the play written by Elizabeth Orndorff for our series, and this is its second time through. Performances will be the week of President's Day during the school day for middle school students in both Danville and Boyle County schools. So we're very proud. And this group of students, it's an entirely high school cast, extremely talented students from Boyle County and Danville schools, all of which have a lot of experience in performance. So it just, again, shows the strength of the arts in the community. There will be a public performance that will be announced later for people to come see it after the students have seen it. So we really are grateful to the Agency for Substance Abuse Policy and Scarlet Cup Theater for supporting these students and making this performance possible for our kids. We also have remind people that the Jenny Rogers space that we have, the 2 rooms, the classroom and the meeting room, are available for the community to use. We currently have several groups that are meeting there, an arts group, a strings group, various arts boards. We have a special needs class once a month for a group of special needs adults with the Holland Farms program. We also have the space for our rehearsals, which is great, so that we can use it for any of our arts groups, including our own play, to have space. And we're very grateful that the city has made this space available, has opened up a lot of doors for arts in our community. So not only do we have the space for those groups already signed up, but we have, if you have an interest, if you have an arts group, if you have a discussion group, a book club, any kind of organization group that you would like to have a space to meet, just give me a call or reach out to me at the Arts Commission, Arts at Historic Danville, KY, and we can find a spot for you in the calendar, a regular spot, a one-time spot, whatever. So it's really opened up. There are so many groups, and there's really a lack of space around town sometimes, and the space is free, so there's no charge for the use of the space. So also save the date, March 4th at the Bird's Nest. The Arts Commission is having a sort of Fat Tuesday Mardi Gras type party, and it's called Art and Heart. Details will follow. We'll be introducing some new kind of artists in our area who are going to be offering items at a silent auction to benefit a variety of causes, not just Arts Commission. So Art and Heart, March 4th at the Bird's Nest. Tickets on sale, available shortly. That's all I have to say.
Good stuff. Mimi, real quickly, do want to mention you all did name the Arts Citizen of the Year, 2024 Arts Citizen of the Year. So go ahead, tell us who that was, Mimi, and why you all felt like that was the best selection. And we know he's done a lot of great things, so give us the information on that.
Bruce Richardson was named, and he was presented at the City Commission meeting on Monday evening and at Fiscal Court on Tuesday morning. Bruce has been involved absolutely across the board in our community in the arts as well as civic organizations. He founded the Danville Children's Choir, which has affected, during his tenure, we think about 600 children participated in that choir, and it's still going, and we're very proud of it. As you know, they're in action and growing again. Also, he was the music director and very involved at Lexington Avenue Baptist Church. He has performed as a vocalist in local and other communities. He is a renowned photographer, having published 10 books, and has been exhibited locally in Lexington, Elizabethtown, I think New Harmony, Indiana. He is a tea expert, as we know, and he is currently featured in a film on Amazon Prime, a documentary about tea. He's taken tea trips to teach about it, been involved in the Boston Tea Party exhibit. So he is absolutely was a tremendous asset. He also served as the mayor of Perryville 2 terms. He served on the board of the Brass Band Festival. He was on the Arts Commission board, the Arts Center board. So very involved in our community. And mainly one of the things we really look for is how a person has affected the long-term involvement of community members. There are kids that still talk about being in the Danville Children's Choir. Our son was in the choir. Laura Elwin at the Art Center was in the choir for many years. So it's the tradition of instilling in kids and our community members something that whether they are involved professionally in their future, that doesn't necessarily matter, but it matters about their enjoyment and participation in the arts throughout their own lives, and that was very important to us. So we're very proud of Bruce.
Yes, awesome stuff. Great selection, and I was reading the article about everything he'd accomplished, and I didn't realize that he had served 2 terms as the Perryville mayor. I mean, the list just goes on and on, right? And so,
and was on the Perryville Preservation Board.
Yes,
I mean, so he really has had an effect on our entire county. And actually the surrounding area, if you think about it, because the Danville Children's Choir, in particular, draws children from several counties because it is rather an interesting program. It's an outstanding program. And his legacy continues with Patty Wright and their travel. And, you know, a lot of kids got to go places and do things, you know, perform at Carnegie Hall, at Disney. So, you know, those are opportunities that kids will remember all of their lives.
Yes, yeah. Well, congratulations to him. Mimi, we appreciate the great work that you do. People have any questions, how can they get in touch with you?
Arts at HistoricDanvilleKY.com. Follow us on Facebook, or just, you know, give me a call at the Arts Commission.
There you go, Mimi. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you again next Thursday morning, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bye. That's Mimi Becker, Danville Boyle County Arts Commission, giving us an update every Thursday morning around this time here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. We are back in 120 seconds, also known as 2 minutes, right after this. James the Gardener's in here as well, getting a gardening tip from James coming up.
At Suttles Tree Care, we salute the beauty of the great outdoors. And for those times when the great outdoors isn't so beautiful, you don't have to worry. At Suttles Tree Care, we do it all. We help protect your trees from damage in high winds and storms, even tree and stump removal, land clearing, brush trimming. Let Suttles Tree Care take a look at your property. If there's a tree that could be a problem, he'll let you know and take care of it before the problem happens. At Suttles Tree Care, you get the best for less. Affordable, expert tree and brush trimming, cabling to reduce stress damage on your tree from high winds, weight from ice and snow, and heavy foliage. At Suttles Tree Care, we're your neighbors. We live here. We're a licensed, insured, locally owned business, a family that's been taking care of your land for over 30 years. The great outdoors. It's beautiful. At Suttles Tree Care, we can help you keep it that way. Visit SuttlesTreeCare.com and let's take care of your trees and property before there's a problem. Suttles Tree Care. Get the best for less.
Tell her you love her with a diamond from B&L Diamond Jewelers this Valentine's. Make this Valentine's special. Make her stop and think of the love you both share. Nothing allows you to celebrate special moments in life like a diamond from B&L Diamond Jewelers. Diamonds are the only gift in the whole world that will never fade away with time. They will not rust, and they do not require any special care to maintain its brilliant beauty. Diamonds are forever. She will always remember where she was and what the occasion was. When you gave her that special diamond, that tells her, baby, I love you. And 30 years from now, she will remember that moment when you gave her that diamond. No other gift can keep giving like a diamond for years to come.
If you need a new wedding set, upgrade your diamond, engagement ring, diamond earrings, and pendants, or some beautiful fashion jewelry with the quality that can be passed down from generations, we have it. As always, we offer 12 months same as cash and free 6 months layaway.
This is Lauren, so come on in to B&L Diamond Jewelers and let this Valentine's be the occasion that will create the memories that will last forever.
Located in the Danville Manor Shopping Center.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
All right, we're halfway home. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Top Hour News is coming your way next.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. CAL FIRE says crews are making progress on the Los Angeles wildfires as the winds die down over Southern California. Red flag warnings expired for much of the area last night, allowing crews to get a handle on the two major fires. Governor Gavin Newsom says hazmat crews from the EPA will begin clearing debris from burned-out neighborhoods starting today. The CEO of Southern California Edison says the winds at the time of the deadly Eaton fire started were not strong enough to warrant de-energizing power lines in Altadena. Daniel Martindale with more.
Stephen Powell, speaking with the Los Angeles Times, says the company typically does not consider shutting down transmission lines unless winds are between 60 and 80 miles per hour. He says the readings Edison saw were lower than that, adding that data showed no abnormalities in the area. Right before the fire started, the National Weather Service recorded gusts of 59 miles per hour at its Eaton Canyon monitoring site. That is just south of the Edison transmission line that is believed to have ignited, sparking the fire that killed at least 16 people and destroyed thousands of homes. Residents filmed a hillside electrical transmission tower in flames at the time the fire started. I'm Daniel Martindale.
Israel is delaying a cabinet vote on a ceasefire with Hamas after claiming the Palestinian group is reneging on parts of the agreement. A ceasefire and hostage deal was agreed to on Wednesday. Today, the Israeli Prime Minister's office released a statement claiming Hamas is creating a last-minute crisis that is preventing an agreement. President Biden is warning of an oligarchy in the United States.
Today, an oligarchy is taking shape in America of extreme wealth, power, and influence that literally threatens our entire democracy, our basic rights and freedoms, and a fair shot for everyone to get ahead.
He also warned Americans are being buried in an avalanche of disinformation. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Safe drivers see clearly. That's why starting January 1st, 2025, a new Kentucky law requires vision screening for anyone renewing a driver's license.
Clearly, the focus is on safer roadways.
Simply bring a completed vision screening form from your vision specialist to any driver licensing regional office, or get free vision screening at the time of renewal.
To view the details, visit drive.ky.gov.
I see what you did there.
A message from Team Kentucky and the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet.
Day one of my gym membership. And so far, the treadmill is winning. Will I keep my New Year's resolution to get in shape? Talk to me in February. I'm not a fan of exercise, but one thing I always exercise is good judgment behind the wheel. That means fastening my seatbelt and driving distraction-free. Buckle up and put the phone down. Is it too late to switch my resolution to, I don't know, give up sweets?
Brought to you by Team Kentucky and the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
A Pasadena, California resident paid off her home the day before losing it in the Eaton fire. 64-year-old Totris Beasley tells KTLA she finished paying her mortgage on January 6th and lost her home to the fire on January 7th.
We evacuated, not knowing that our house was going to be on fire, but came back to ruins. It's gone.
Beasley says she and her son are now looking for a new place to live, but they're dealing with price-gouging landlords who are raising rent prices in the wake of the fire. While Los Angeles County is under a state of emergency, landlords are banned from raising rents by more than 10% above previously advertised rates. There's a new competitor in the commercial space race. Rory O'Neill reports.
You could feel the excitement from Mission Control.
It's time to do this. Let's light this candle.
Autopilot enabled. Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket achieving orbit on its first launch. The company has been using smaller New Shepard rockets to send paying customers to the edge of space for years. But New Glenn is 5 times the size, with the power to send heavy payloads to orbit and ultimately to the moon. New Glenn will compete with United Launch Alliance and its Vulcan rocket and SpaceX with its fleet of Falcon rockets.
The lineup for Jazz Fest in New Orleans is out. Lisa Taylor with more.
Crush me with the things you do.
Headliners include the Dave Matthews Band, Pearl Jam, and Luke Combs. Louisiana rapper Lil Wayne is teaming up with The Roots. The music festival runs for 2 weekends in April and May. More than 100 artists are on the bill. Tickets start at about $300 for locals and go all the way up to nearly $2,000 for the VIP treatment.
President Biden will be spending part of his last full day in office in South Carolina. The president's headed to Charleston this Sunday to thank the voters who helped to put him into the White House. Michael Kastner.
Country music superstar Blake Shelton presents Friends and Heroes 2025. One legendary night of country music that you won't want to miss. Blake Shelton. Live in Rupp Arena February 27th. Featuring special appearances by Craig Morgan. Dina Carter. And Trace Adkins. With special guest Emily Ann Roberts. Rupp Arena, February 27th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Blake Shelton, Friends and Heroes 2025. Featuring special appearances by Craig Morgan, Dina Carter, and Trace Adkins. With special guest Emily Ann Roberts. Produced by Messina Touring Group and AEG Presents.
Hey folks, Chrysler Cowboy here. When I started my journey in the automotive industry, I learned 3 valuable lessons. 1, have a good product. 2, treat people with respect. And 3, make sure it's a fair deal for everybody. I'm proud to call Anderson County my home. And at Chrysler Lawrenceburg, we want to give you that down-home experience. We offer certified pre-owned vehicles that come with a lifetime engine warranty, free tire rotation with every oil change, and customer service that rivals the best anywhere around. Chrysler Cowboy. If you can't remember that, just look for the hat. It's where you need to be, folks. Chrysler of Lawrenceburg.
Good morning to you. Thursday, January 16th here on the show. Partly sunny skies, 37 degrees is your high on this Thursday morning. We got a forecast coming your way. News comes up now.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and both Danville and Harrodsburg have announced their events. In Harrodsburg, they'll have a pancake and sausage breakfast at 10 that morning, followed by the march downtown with the event at 11:30 that morning at Harrodsburg Baptist Church. The keynote speaker for Harrodsburg's event is Mayor Bob Williams. Danville's theme is Mission Possible, protecting freedom, justice, and democracy in the spirit of nonviolence 365. Center College and Danville Bull County are teaming up for the event that'll start on Monday, January 20th. Starts at 9 that morning at City Hall with a march, a social hour at 9:30 at Norton Center. That'll include live music, breakfast, and a free shirt for the first 400 people, with the program beginning that morning at 10:30 at Newland Hall. The keynote speaker will be Reverend Dr. Daniel Corey Scholl, the chairman of the Jefferson County Board of Education and the senior pastor at Vernon Avenue Baptist Church in Louisville. The city of Danville and Boyle County's emergency warming shelter will be open through 8 o'clock this morning for those needing its services. You can utilize that by going to a gathering place on Jean Drive in Danville, and the weather should take a better turn, at least for a few days. Friday and Saturday's highs are expected to be in the mid to upper 40s, though it brings with it a system that will drop some rain on us. Then next week, meteorologists are tracking another potential snowmaker from a system that's developing in Texas. They say it could bring, quote, significant snowfall to Kentucky. Again, it all depends on how that system tracks. A Lincoln County man was killed Tuesday morning when he was hit by a vehicle. The Interior Journal reports that 62-year-old Stanford native David McKittrick was hit by a vehicle when he attempted to cross US 27 North at the intersection of Wade Owens Road. Stanford police were called to the scene, along with Stanford Fire and Lincoln County EMS, who all responded to that call. Staying in Lincoln County, the Lincoln County school system has named their new chair and vice chair for the school board. Christine Killen was named the new Lincoln County School Board chair. Tyler McGuffey was named the new vice chair. A Kentucky lawmaker wants the state to consider providing exceptions to its strict abortion law. Senate Bill 35 was filed by Senator David Yates, which would allow legal abortions in the case of rape, incest, non-viable pregnancies, and medical emergencies. Yates did file a bill similar to this last year, but it received no action in the General Assembly. Kentucky's only current exception for abortion is if the life of the mother is in danger. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Time out for sports this weekend with
VSiN Sports Shows
on WHIR AM 1230.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings, plus free home delivery with any base. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Colorectal cancer is the leading cancer killer in men under 50 and the second leading cause of cancer death for women under 50. The American College of Radiology urges you to get screened starting at age 45. Now, Medicare and insurance companies are required to cover not only colonoscopy, but less invasive exams like virtual colonoscopy. Talk to your doctor about your options. For more information on virtual colonoscopy, visit radiologyinfo.org/virtual CT.
Furnished by American College of Radiology.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right, boys and girls, brought to you by Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Dillahay Street. Get a free estimate and they work with their insurance company, fixing water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, and doing paintless dent repair. Danville Auto Body Shop. Partly sunny, a high of 37, low tonight 24. Tomorrow mostly sunny, 45 and 38, and get a chance of rain showers Friday night into Saturday. Very rainy and wet Saturday. High Saturday, 44. Sunday, mostly cloudy, 27. I'm going to tell you Monday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, it is going to be bitterly cold on Monday. And the good thing about Danville's celebration is the march from City Hall to the Norton Center for the program. Not a really long march, because if it was, you'd really want to bundle up. But going to want to anyway. 15 degrees is the high on Monday. 4 is the low that evening. Right now, it's 8:11 in the morning. It is 31 degrees in Danville. We'd love to have you on the show this morning. Phone number to call in is 859-238-WHIR. That's 238-9447. There's an Australian woman who is fuming after being charged $380 for a live lobster at a Chinese restaurant. She picked out one of those live lobsters from the tank, and they charged her $380 for it, but that's because she ate at a restaurant called Rip Off Lobster.
Hungry? Don't mind overpaying? Then come to Rip Off Fest at Live Lobster. Yes, lobster that's still alive that was once $17 a pound is now $75 a pound at Live Lobster. And that's not all.
Welcome to Live Lobster. Can I get you started off with something to drink? Maybe some $90 ice waters?
I think we're ready to order. We'll start with the $200 cheddar biscuits.
And that's $200 per biscuit, just FYI.
Nice.
I'll have the shrimp scampi.
$240 per shrimp. Shrimp scampi coming up. And yes, the shrimp is still alive.
This is costing us a fortune.
Nice.
It's Rip-Off Fest at Live Lobster, where everything's a rip-off. See you soon.
Yeah, everything's a rip-off at Rip-Off Fest. Let's see what's going on in this morning's sort of sports report here on the Joe Show. Let's see what's going on in the sports news. Hey, the Eagles fan who was caught on video calling a female Green Bay Packers fan a, quote, ugly, dumb bleep has been identified, banned, and fired. The man's name has been revealed publicly as Ryan Caldwell. Once his identity was revealed, the Eagles were quick to have him banned from all events at Lincoln Financial Field. Way to go, Philly. Whether it's football or a Billy Joel concert, he can't go. In addition, Caldwell's employer, BCT Partners, got wind of their classy employees' antics and took the action to make him their former employee. Dom DeSandro, a.k.a. Big Dom, is the head of Eagle Security. He also reached out to the woman who was accosted and her husband and said, we'll be sending them some gear. Pretty cool. Not cool for the woman, but cool that they responded this way. Over Wild Card Weekend, Vinny Iyer of Sporting News went 3-3 in picking NFL playoff games against the spread. That takes his overall record for the season to 138 and 135. That's so betting. You're celebrating because you're 3 games over 500. Only a catastrophic divisional playoff weekend record can take him below 500. With that in mind, here are his picks for this weekend's action. The Chiefs are 8-point favorites. He says the Chiefs win, but they do not cover. The Lions, 9.5-point favorites over the Commanders. They win, but do not cover. The Eagles are 6-point favorites over the Rams. They win, and they cover. And the Ravens are 1-point favorites of the Bills. He says Ravens win and cover. 27-24 is the final score he thinks of that one. And the sort of sports sounds this morning in the NFL. Travis Kelce told Stephen A. Smith he can't even fathom retiring from football right now. He's having too much fun.
I think I'm so deep in chasing this one right now. I can't even fathom what football would be like. Not playing football as a profession, man.
And LeBron James tells Travis and Jason Kelce on their podcast. So Travis Kelce was on the Stephen A. Smith Show. Then he hosted his own podcast, had LeBron James on that. LeBron James told him that during the 2011 NBA lockout, he seriously considered trying to play in the NFL.
The only time I've really taken it super duper serious, I think it was 2011. When we had the NBA lockout, and and I didn't know when we were going to make the deal with the owners and get our league back going. So I actually thought about it a little bit back then. I was still young enough, to get out there with y'all. But that's the only time I've actually seriously considered it.
There you go, the Sort of Sports Report. We've got more sports coming your way with the Big Daddy. And then Randy Graham is in studio. He's going to give us his thoughts, also known as Randyisms. Coming up next on the Joe Show.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. 8th-ranked Kentucky is preparing for number 4 Alabama this Saturday at noon in Rupp Arena. Both teams are 3-1 in conference play. We'll have all the action for you on Z105 for the Wildcats and the Crimson Tide Saturday. Last night in men's college basketball in the SEC, number 6 Tennessee woke up in the second half to win at Georgia 74-56. Vanderbilt slipped by South Carolina 66-63, and Texas downed Oklahoma 77-73. Elsewhere, second-ranked Iowa State topped number 9 Kansas 74-57. It was Illinois-Chicago 97, Murray State 93 in double overtime, and Cleveland State 76, Northern Kentucky 58. The NFL conference semifinals are set for this weekend. Saturday, Houston's at Kansas City and Washington visits Detroit. Sunday, it'll be the Los Angeles Rams at Philadelphia, followed by Baltimore at Buffalo. Ohio State remains the favorite to defeat Notre Dame for the college football national championship. The Buckeyes are 8-point picks over the Irish Monday night in Atlanta. Hometown Radio brings you girls high school basketball tonight as Danville Christian Academy entertains Louisville Assumption. Tip-off is at 7:30 on Z105. The Kentucky women have moved up to number 12 this week in the women's AP Top 25. UK is now 15-1 and plays at Georgia Sunday afternoon at 2. Unbeaten UCLA remains number 1, followed by South Carolina, Notre Dame, USC, and LSU in the top 5. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Hi, this is Deanna Charles at the Danville H&R Block. Do you have a small business in need of bookkeeping, payroll, or other business services? At H&R Block, we do it all, from simple sole proprietorships to partnerships, corporations, estates and trusts, and even nonprofit returns. With our monthly business services starting at just $50 per month, our prices are competitive and can allow you to focus on your business while we take care of your books. Give us a call at 859-236-3281 to learn more about our small business services, or stop by the office at 216 Brent Avenue in Danville.
Fraud is on the rise, and scam artists use fear in their favor. Hi, I'm Adam Hopkins, Security Officer at Farmers National Bank. Messages saying you urgently need to do something, like share your private information, is a sign that it's a scam. Stay alert and be secure.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Okay, Jack, appreciate that, buddy. It's brought to you by our friends hanging out over at the Little Sign Shop. Our new owners and operators. Little Sign Shop offers all types of quality signs at affordable prices, many within 24 hours. They're in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them, 859-238-7391. Partly sunny, high of 37. A low tonight, 24. Mostly sunny tomorrow, high of 45. And rain showers tomorrow night into Saturday, where you get 45 as the high with rain showers on Saturday. It's 8:19 in the morning right now, and Randy Graham is in studio with us this morning. He wants to give us his thoughts, Randyisms, right now here on The Joe Show. Take it away, Randy.
Good morning, Sir Joe in the Know, and what another great day it is to get up and get at 'em. Well, Joe, as we prepare for Inauguration Monday and the coronation of our own Lion King, keeping with the spirit of the recent released movie titled Mufasa the Lion King, which I took my decided granddaughter by immaculate acceptation to see, meaning 9-year-old Georgia girl. But Donald Trump's words that the hostages better be released by the time he takes office on January the 20th were heard as his mighty roar reached the Middle East and sent a clear message that resulted in a hostage deal being agreed to yesterday. Did you hear about this? Not to be confused with a full release, but a valuable lesson to us all, and that peace through strength and a willingness to follow through with action is the only message bullies understand, whether that bully be on the neighborhood block or the bullying country or terrorist. You know, sometimes the only message bullies understand is a bust in the nose or the promise of such. Also proving that history repeats itself. Just like in 1980, after Iran had held 52 of American hostages over a year under the Jimmy Carter administration, whose whippiness and policy blunders mirrored so much the current Biden administration, with gas prices and inflation soaring. But then Ronald Reagan was elected, who struck such fear in the Iranians they let our people go at the time he was inaugurated, just like yesterday's action. And make no mistake about it, it was Trump's warning that there will be hell to pay if the hostages are not released by January the 20th. as well as Israel's strong military response that caused this deal to come to fruition. But yeah, history repeats itself. And why I coined the phrase that if the study of math and sciences will give America a technological edge in the future, it'll be the study of history that'll keep that future free. Reagan and Trump's lessons learned on the positive end, while on the negative end, history teaches the policies of Joe Biden and Jimmy Carter led to inflation and a lack of respect by other countries, proving that the definition of stupidity or insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. But as expected and predicted, in the typical fashion of the lying king, the Lord of the Mumbles, His Royal Highness himself, meaning Joe Biden, tries to take credit for it. Just like the man-child, meaning our governor, Andy Beshear, tries to take credit for any job or increase in state salaries when it was a Republican-controlled legislature that initiated the bill, which the governor only had to sign. I mean, talking real BS or Beshear stuff, Biden stuff. But the lying king taking credit when all it really took was the mere words or roar of the lying king. Yeah, Donald Trump and the teamwork of Israel. But remember, it's only a deal. Yeah, phase one, meaning other hoops have to be jumped through in order for all to be returned. And let me tell you something, Joe. I predict this will not stand. Because due to the tedious workings in the incoming inauguration, Trump didn't want to do anything that could be viewed as hindering a positive outcome. But rest assured, the words all, just like the word no, that no means no, and that's all that no means all, and that's all that all means. And as such, there will justifiably be hell to pay in the form, I believe, of Iran, who sponsored and planned the brutal murder and hostage-taking of October the 7th in Israel. Yeah, a new sheriff is in town, and this deal was not made with the Houthis, Hezbollah, or Iran. So the H brothers are the Hellboys, and their daddy will have hell to pay. And the only variable will be time. Thank you, Jesus. Uh-oh, Joe, you know what that means, don't you? Yes, another Pocahontas update. Meaning Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren, nicknamed Pocahontas by Donald Trump when she tried to claim Native American blood, which helped her get hired as a professor, but for years claiming she was Native American, meaning an American Indian, in order to get hired because of a picture in her mother's home of her grandmother looking like a Native American that she was as well. With Trump's taunting causing her to do a blood test and show that Trump had more Native American blood in him than Pocahontas. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, Joe. But in questioning Trump's pick for Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, stating she had 100 questions for him to answer, stepped into it again. Yes, the gift that keeps on giving. But one of which, that he would promise not to serve on any boards of companies that sell military equipment to the United States after he had served as Secretary of Defense and enriching himself for so many years after, as generals should be required to follow, ignoring the fact or not recognizing the fact that Hegseth left millions on the table as a commentator on Fox News in order to receive a fraction of that amount to be Secretary of Defense. Where Hegseth's response led to laughter within the committee room when he responded, "Well, Senator, I'm not a general." And Pocahontas, Elizabeth Warren, is teaching at a major university, teaching future leaders of our country. Now, folks, Pete Hegseth was a major in the National Guard, and he served in Afghanistan as well as Iraq, and as well as Guantanamo Bay. And do you know when his unit was called up to protect the president on Biden's inauguration, he learned that he was not called up? And when he looked into it later, he discovered it was because he had been called out as a white supremacist because he had a tattoo of a Jerusalem cross tattooed on his chest. As Hegseth reminded the Senate committee that while attending Jimmy Carter's funeral, the same cross was printed on the program. Now, in the world of liberal Looney Tune press and Democrat theology, this should mean that Jimmy Carter was a white supremacist, talking more BS or Beshear stuff, Biden stuff. And an example why DEI, or diversity, equity, and inclusion, having been taken over in the military, focus on social engineering instead of highlighting the real focus of what a military should be about, which is breaking things and killing and maiming the bad guys. And why Hegseth is a logical choice. Besides, Joe, I can relate with Hegseth because he was raised in a small community just like here in central Kentucky. His father was his high school history teacher and basketball coach, just like mine was at my alma mater at good old Bull County High School Rebels, Rebels, Rebels. Hegseth's father was the same at Lakeview Rangers, Rangers, Rangers. And he also played college basketball. So, yeah, he has a good, strong foundation. And married 3 times. I mean, talking experience. But as Trump said, it's time to have boots on the ground type of person to head the Department of Defense and not just the pencil pushers. Yeah, they wanted someone who knew something about being closest to the implementation process. Of course, it was comical moments as well, in addition to Pocahontas' rants, when Democrat senators were trying to make light of his marriages and indiscretions with claims that have not been substantiated. But when Republican Senator Mark Wayne Mullen of Oklahoma called out Democrat hypocrisy by reminding his colleagues, how many of you have showed up drunk at night when you're getting ready to make a vote? And how many of you have gone out on your spouses? Yeah, so often when people point, we fail to realize we have 3 fingers pointing right back at ourselves. Another great life lesson we can take from this interchange. But yes, Hegseth, having been closer to the implementation process, boots on the ground in the military. I mean, isn't that what we all preach? For example, teachers in local schools having more control as closer to the implementation process and not having some bureaucrat in Washington, D.C. telling us how to run our schools. Something ironically, meaning the Federal Department of Education was first implemented by, yes, Jimmy Carter in 1978. Something Trump, as well as Reagan, wants to get rid of, and sending those federal dollars back to the local communities, implementing them the areas they know what's best for their schools. So, Joe, that's why, as you appropriately shared on Tuesday, that I was not here for morning comments because I was at the doctor checking out my new bionic hip. So I can do cartwheels on Monday in honor of the the inauguration of President Donald J. Trump. Contrary to the lying king of Joe Biden, the Lord of the Mumbles, the inauguration of our own Lion King, whose roar is heard and felt around the world.
Randyisms, the thoughts of Randy Graham. Those are Randy Graham's thoughts, and you get them Tuesdays and Thursdays at around 8:20 right here on WHIR. Right now it's 8:29. We're 60 seconds away from our news at the bottom of the hour. James the Gardener will be on here coming up next.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Cars you can give it a low down payment. No credit, low credit, big save. You should call right now. Stop wait.
This your man Jay Parks at Chrysler Lawrenceburg, 1181 bypass South Lawrenceburg, Kentucky 40342. Come on through while I make it do what it do. Deals is amazing. Round this way, 502-839-2012. It's amazing.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or 2 or 3 or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Issuing a warning after a recent spike in suspected overdose-related deaths in northern Kentucky.
Northern Kentucky health officials are sounding the alarm after 9 overdoses were reported in just the past 2 days, including 2 suspected overdose-related deaths. They're urging people to take precautions like keeping naloxone on hand, checking on loved ones, and calling 911 if you suspect an overdose. Help is available 24/7 through the Northern Kentucky Addiction Helpline at 859-415-9280 or the Overdose Prevention Lifeline at 877-696-1996. I'm Whitney Harris.
Local authorities releasing the name of a Manchester woman who was killed in a crash over the weekend in Wayne County, Indiana, south of Richmond and close to the Ohio state line. Police say officers called to a multi-vehicle crash at U.S. Route 27 and Old State Route 122 sometime after sunset arrived to find 60-year-old Nanny Bird dead at the scene. Several other motorists were hurt, one of whom was hospitalized with serious injuries. A Kentucky lawmaker proposing changing a highway name for the incoming president. State Representative T.J. Roberts sponsoring House Joint Resolution 8. That's legislation pushing the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet to designate a part of State Route 18 in Boone County as President Donald J. Trump Highway. Roberts feels he's never seen more of an American first president in his lifetime, hoping other states adopt his resolution as well. Opponents have called his measure inappropriate to name any public infrastructure after living individuals, with the Boone County Democratic Party adding, especially when there are countless unsung heroes in our own community who have made lasting contributions to our society. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Few things are more important for safe driving than good eyesight. That's why starting January 1st, 2025, a new Kentucky law requires vision screening for anyone renewing a driver's license. Simply bring your completed vision form from your vision specialist to any driver licensing regional office, or get free vision screening at the time of renewal. For more details, go to drive.ky.gov.
A message from Team Kentucky and the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet.
Danville deal maker, Bob Allen.
New Rams cost less at Bob Allen Motor Mall. Lease a new 25 Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4 for only $279 per month for 42 months. $53.10 plus first payment, taxes and fees due at signing. 7,500 lease miles per year. Lease loyalty required. Stock C25060. Save during the Start Something New sales event at Bob Allen Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and both Danville and Harrodsburg have announced their events. In Harrodsburg, they'll have a pancake and sausage breakfast at 10 that morning, followed by the march downtown with the event at 11:30 that morning at Harrodsburg Baptist Church. The keynote speaker for Harrodsburg's event is Mayor Bob Williams. Danville's theme is Mission Possible, protecting freedom, justice, and democracy in the spirit of nonviolence 365. Center College and Danville Bull County are teaming up for the event that'll start on Monday, January 20th. Starts at 9 that morning at City Hall with a march, a social hour at 9:30 at Norton Center. That'll include live music, breakfast, and a free shirt for the first 400 people, with the program beginning that morning at 10:30 at Newland Hall. The keynote speaker will be Reverend Dr. Daniel Corey Scholl, the chairman of the Jefferson County Board of Education and the senior pastor at Vernon Avenue Baptist Church in Louisville. The city of Danville and Boyle County's emergency warming shelter will be open through 8 o'clock this morning for those needing its services. You can utilize that by going to a gathering place on Jean Drive in Danville, and the weather should take a better turn, at least for a few days. Friday and Saturday's highs are expected to be in the mid to upper 40s, though it brings with it a system that will drop some rain on us. Then next week, meteorologists are tracking another potential snowmaker from a system that's developing in Texas. They say it could bring, quote, significant snowfall to Kentucky. Again, it all depends on how that system tracks. A Lincoln County man was killed Tuesday morning when he was hit by a vehicle. The Interior Journal reports that 62-year-old Stanford native David McKittrick was hit by a vehicle when he attempted to cross US 27 North at the intersection of Wade Owens Road. Stanford police were called to the scene, along with Stanford Fire and Lincoln County EMS, who all responded to that call. Staying in Lincoln County, the Lincoln County school system has named their new chair and vice chair for the school board. Christine Killen was named the new Lincoln County School Board chair. Tyler McGuffey was named the new vice chair. A Kentucky lawmaker wants the state to consider providing exceptions to its strict abortion law. Senate Bill 35 was filed by Senator David Yates, which would allow legal abortions in the case of rape, incest, non-viable pregnancies, and medical emergencies. Yates did file a bill similar to this last year, but it received no action in the General Assembly. Kentucky's only current exception for abortion is if the life of the mother is in danger. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Ready for a fast, safe, and easy way to send your share of the rent money? Put your feet up, because with Zelle, you can send your monthly amount from the comfort of your couch. Zelle is conveniently found in your Farmers National Bank online or mobile banking account, and it's available now. Ask a Farmers National Bank representative for more information. Available to United States Bank account holders only. Terms and conditions apply. Farmers National Bank. Member FDIC.
Bad decisions limit future options. Stop adversity from becoming stress. Listen to The Flatline with host Rick Hughes, Sunday mornings at 7:30 on WHIR. Learn problem-solving devices built on God's Word. For inspiration, education, all without manipulation. The Flatline Sunday mornings at 7:30 on WHIR and online at hometownlive.net.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right, Jack, appreciate that. It's brought to you by our friends hanging out over at the Little Sign Shop. With our new owners and operators, Little Sign Shop offers all types of quality signs at affordable prices, many within 24 hours. They are in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them 859-238-7391. That is the Little Sign Shop. Partly sunny, high of 37, low tonight of 24. Tomorrow, sunshine and 45. Rain showers tomorrow night into Saturday, where you get more rain possible. And high Saturday 44, Sunday you get mostly cloudy skies, 27 and 5 is the low Sunday night. So be prepared for a very cold Martin Luther King Jr. Day of celebration and the remembrance of the life and legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. and obviously activities going on in Harrodsburg and here in Danville as well. Both of those do include marches. Danville's is a little bit of a shorter march from City Hall to Norton Center for the Arts, but going to be outside nonetheless. So make sure you wrap up and are prepared for 15 degrees as the high there on MLK Jr. Day. Right now, 8:37 in the morning. It is 30 degrees. Wind chill is at 20 degrees. Pimmy, it's your turn. Wedding planning with Pim. Take it away.
Hi, I'm Pim Stewart Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. Why do so many brides feel wedding planning is their responsibility? There are two people getting married. Shouldn't both partners play an equal role in creating the wedding of their dreams? The argument might be that men don't care about weddings, that the ceremony is really for the woman and her family, that men would rather be sitting in a sports bar watching basketball. The reason some men seem indifferent to weddings is that events are often planned entirely without them. Your fiancé loves you. You're more fun when you're happy and calm, so he wants to help you stay stress-free. He also wants to have a say in the manner in which he marries you. Help yourself, your relationship, and your groom by making a list of every single thing that needs to get done, then splitting the list down the middle. He gets half, and you get half. Fair is fair. After making your to-do list, let each partner choose the task they'd rather tend to. Then divide the remaining unclaimed chores evenly. Gentlemen, planning a wedding is tough. Keeping your fiancé calm, happy, and healthy is the first reason to take over half the planning duties. Giving yourself a say in the festivities, no pink tuxedos or karaoke, definitely an open bar, and a Caribbean honeymoon is the second. My love note, give yourself a strong voice in your own nuptials, and you'll enjoy them all the more.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair? What do you mean? Does it not look good? It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret.
No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic.
Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous.
I was so tired of having thin and brittle hair. Ugh, and the shedding. So I figured I'd give hair volume a try. Needless to say, I'm thrilled with the results. Hey, where are you going?
I'm going to pick up some hair volume right now. My reunion's next month, and I want my hair to look as good as yours.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Scandinavia. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or your local CVS. Available as a tablet or delicious gummy. Help your hair look full, voluminous, and beautiful again at newnordicusa.com or CVS.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting.
And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings, plus free home delivery with any base. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Do you have over $10,000 in credit card debt? If you're feeling the financial impact with unprecedented economic challenges, DebtBlue is here for you. With DebtBlue's Success Guarantee, you pay nothing unless your debt is reduced or completely resolved.
I'm just living sky high right now. I'm very thankful for it, and the team at DebtBlue are phenomenal. They're able to work with you. They're great.
Call for your free debt resolution information now. 800-200-6895. 800-200-6895.
The ultimate in dining pleasures at the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. Since 1995, the Bread of Life Cafe's been serving up good old Southern cooking featuring 3 mouth-watering loaded buffets, an extensive menu, and plenty of family atmosphere. Meet your friends for the Saturday morning breakfast buffet, 7 till 10:30. All you care to eat, just $8.99. Thursday night's a senior night. Save 20% for seniors 55 and older. Friday night after 4, cast your line and catch the all you care to eat awesome fried catfish buffet with all the trimmings, $12.99. Delight your taste at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on 127.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
$8:42 in the morning. It is Thursday, the 16th day of January. 011625 here on the Joe Show. TikTok is reportedly preparing to shut off the app here in the country on Sunday. I've never been a TikTok user. Not that I'm against it. I think some of the fads that come from it is ridiculous. I don't mind. I don't care if they're banning it, but I also think it's a free country. You should be able to use whatever app you want to, as long as, I guess, they can keep the data from getting to China, is what they say, right? China is getting people's data from TikTok. Now, we talked earlier this morning on the show about how Biden and Trump, I don't know if they're working together, but they're both trying to do their own separate thing to at least save TikTok. And a senator from the Northeast, a Democratic senator, I can't remember his name, basically said he does not think TikTok is going to be shut down on Sunday, that he thinks there's going to be some extension to the deadline. They're trying to get someone here in this country to buy TikTok, or like to take control of it or something, so that they don't have to worry about all the information going to China. So that's what our government officials are doing right now. It is a very popular app, no doubt about it. TikTok, though, reportedly preparing to shut down in the U.S. this Sunday.
It's a problem plaguing Americans. TikTok withdrawal syndrome.
I need my precious TikTok.
Now there's help with the TikTok Withdrawal Syndrome Hotline. Our supportive staff will help you cope with the fact that TikTok will soon be no more.
TikTok Withdrawal Syndrome Hotline, how can I help you?
I can't sleep. I need to scroll, but there's nothing to scroll. I need to see videos of people dancing.
Calm down, sir. I'm going to help you get through this.
And what about videos of cute puppies with that weird AI voice that's like,
POV, you're a cutie patootie who likes num-nums.
I miss that lady.
I know. I miss it too.
The TikTok Withdrawal Syndrome Hotline. Call now and let us help you get through this difficult time.
There you go. Let's see what's going on in the world of food. Little grub gab action for you where you can always just eat it. Here we go. Starting off with Subway, where Subway has launched a new digital-only deal that offers a choice of any 2 footlongs for $12.99. To grab the deal, go to Subway.com or the Subway app and add 2 footlong sandwiches to your cart and check out with the promo code 2 for $12.99, all one word. 2 for $12.99. The code brings the total price down to $12.99. The 2 for $12.99 deal has a limit of 1 use per person, cannot be combined with any other promotions or offers. In addition, the Beast, the garlic roast beef, and footlong snacks are excluded, and additional fees apply on delivery orders. The 2 for $12.99 footlong deal available for a limited time at participating U.S. locations exclusively through the Subway app or website. Cheez-It has announced the launch of 2 new pizza-inspired flavors to their lineup. Cheez-It Snapped Extra Crunchy Margarita Pizza and Cheez-It Duos Pesto and Mozzarella. Kara Tragseller, the senior brand director for Cheez-It, said in a press release, quote, Cheez-It is always looking for new ways to deliver bold, cheesy flavors that our fans love. From the sweet, savory burst of Cheez-It Snapped Extra Crunchy Margarita Pizza to the vibrant, creamy blend of Cheez-It Duos Pesto and Mozzarella, these 2 new snacks are a must-have for anyone who dreams of pizza perfection in snackable form. These new additions may be perfect for upcoming Super Bowl parties, and the Cheez-It Snapped Extra Crunchy Margarita Pizza and Cheez-It Duo Pesto Mozzarella can be purchased online. And Pepsi has introduced a new permanent flavor that combines a dessert-style taste of cherry and cream. It's Pepsi Wild Cherry and Cream. It follows the success of Pepsi Wild Cherry and is available in original and zero sugar varieties. Ginny Donzi, head of marketing at Pepsi, said, quote, building on the enduring success of Pepsi Wild Cherry, we're excited to unveil Pepsi Wild Cherry and Cream. This permanent addition to our portfolio boasts a unique profile that's both indulgent and refreshing. We're confident Pepsi Wild Cherry and Cream will be a serious hit with fans this year. It'll be available in zero sugar varieties and in cans and bottles, things like that. Pepsi introduces new Wild Cherry and Cream flavor. Cheez-It adds 2 new pizza-inspired flavors. And Subway has a new 2 for $12.99 foot-long deal. That's what's going on in the world of food, Grub Gab, where you can always just eat it.
And now, for the next few minutes, the man with the jolly green thumb and the big straw hat is going to tell us where it's at. Gardening with James, that's the name. Growing good food, that's our aim. Working in our garden every day. Well, we might not be all that pretty, but we don't mind getting all dirty and gritty. Growing our food the natural way. Yes, we're gardening with James, the natural way. Let's dig it, James.
James, the gardener with James. What's going on, James?
What's going on, Joe Show?
Doing all right today?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm kind of excited about this 2-day heat spree we got going on.
45 degrees on Friday, and the same thing Saturday. Now, rain shower Saturday, but that'll help melt some stuff, and hope it's got to melt quickly because the weekend, James, MLK Jr. Day, the day after that, Tuesday.
Yep. It's going to be cold.
It is going to be rough.
Yeah, but I'll take the 2 days that we're going to get and be happy with it, and call it a fake spring. Because,
love it.
Because we've, over the last 5-6 days, we've had like 20s and 10 and 8 and, things like that. So, so I'll take the 2 days that are coming. Let's see here. But I don't have a whole lot going on right now because, we're kind of in between seasons. I finished cleaning up, the 2 spots I had to clean up. And like I said, and now I'm looking into different ideas for the spring because we're under 80 days for spring.
Yeah.
So people are starting to plan their garden and their designs and different things like that. So if you tune into the show on Saturday, like I said, I'll come up with some plants that you can grow in water. I have at least 10 of them that you can grow in water in the house.
Okay.
And I'll have at least 10 that you could get started in the house now that will take at least 60 days or so before they'll start to sprout. So try to give you a head start on what's going on.
There you go. James the Gardener. Gardening with James, Tuesdays and Thursdays right here on the Joe Show at this time.
Yes, sir.
All right, James, if you want to hang around, we'll see what's gone on in this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history.
We can do that.
That sound good?
Yep.
All right, we'll have that coming up right after this on the Joe Show. Big Daddy's got a sports report in here as well, so if you haven't heard Steve's sports this morning, you got a chance. It's coming up.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings, plus free home delivery with any base. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Do you have over $10,000 in credit card debt? If you're feeling the financial impact with unprecedented economic challenges, Debt Blue is here for you. With Debt Blue's Success Guarantee, you pay nothing unless your debt is reduced or completely resolved.
I'm just living sky high right now. I'm very thankful for it, and the team at Debt Blue are phenomenal. They're able to work with you. They're great.
Call for your free debt resolution information now. 800-200-6895. 800-200-6895.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. 8th-ranked Kentucky is preparing for number 4 Alabama this Saturday at noon in Rupp Arena. Both teams are 3-1 in conference play. We'll have all the action for you on Z105 for the Wildcats and the Crimson Tide Saturday. Last night in men's college basketball in the SEC, number 6 Tennessee woke up in the second half to win at Georgia 74-56. Vanderbilt slipped by South Carolina 66-63, and Texas downed Oklahoma 77-73. Elsewhere, second-ranked Iowa State topped number 9 Kansas 74-57. It was Illinois-Chicago 97, Murray State 93 in double overtime, and Cleveland State 76, Northern Kentucky 58. The NFL Conference semifinals are set for this weekend. Saturday, Houston's at Kansas City and Washington visits Detroit. Sunday, it'll be the Los Angeles Rams at Philadelphia, followed by Baltimore at Buffalo. Ohio State remains the favorite to defeat Notre Dame for the college football national championship. The Buckeyes are 8-point picks over the Irish Monday night in Atlanta. Hometown Radio brings you girls high school basketball tonight as Danville Christian Academy entertains Louisville Assumption. Tip-off is at 7:30 on Z105. The Kentucky women have moved up to number 12 this week in the women's AP Top 25. UK is now 15-1 and plays at Georgia Sunday afternoon at 2. Unbeaten UCLA remains number 1, followed by South Carolina, Notre Dame, USC, and LSU in the top 5. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Peg starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Peg on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean. Come on, Boyle County, reduce, reuse, recycle. Let's work together to keep our county beautiful. Load your car, trailer, or pickup truck. Our recycling center will sort your stuff. Don't just throw it away when you can recycle it today. Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Da
Dunn's Barbecue, offering chicken wings. You asked for them, we got them. Barbecue, buffalo, Creole Parmesan, breaded or naked, as well as our famous pulled pork barbecue, brisket, grilled chicken, ribs, homemade sides, located in Harrisburg at 726 K Run. So call 734-3675 for your free delivery to Danville, Harrisburg, or Bergen. Dunn's Barbecue is open Tuesday through Saturday, located on Cane Run in Harrisburg, and for free delivery, takeout, and dine-in.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Okay, Jack, brought to you by our friends at the Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net, James.
Okay.
Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts, up to 50% every single day. Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Partly sunny, 37 degrees the high on this Thursday. Tomorrow, you get rain showers in the evening. Mostly sunny. 45's the high. I may break out the shorts tomorrow, James.
Watch out.
45 degrees. It's going to feel a lot warmer than it is. It's been like negative 34 degrees wind chill.
So definitely going to feel warmer.
It's going to feel like it's 80. I know it tomorrow. It's going to be people outside in shorts, running and walking. And
take that jacket off.
Yeah, and then they'll be outside for 10 minutes and say, this was a mistake. Why am I out here in shorts?
Right.
Once that wind
not
hits them.
that nice.
45 degrees tomorrow. Saturday, chance of rain and snow showers mixing up. Mostly rain. The snow would come later on in the evening Saturday, low at 22. Right now, it's 8:57 in the morning. It is 31 degrees. Thursday, the 16th day of January. That's 011625. We'll take a look at what's gone on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. Okay, James?
Let's do it.
All right, starting off on this date in 1973. This is an interesting story. Bruce Springsteen appeared at Villanova University. So let's play some Bruce Springsteen here for you. 25 people came out to the concert to see Bruce Springsteen. There's a reason why. Okay. Due to a strike at the time by Villanova's school newspaper, the Villanovan, the concert went unadvertised. Nobody knew that he was coming.
Oh, wow.
So it's probably... it's considered the smallest crowd Bruce and the E Street Band ever played in front of. 25 people. Nobody knew Bruce Springsteen was coming. The importance of media. The media went on strike. There was nobody there to tell people about it.
Right.
And voila, nobody showed up. 25 people.
Those 25 people was truly happy.
Show of a lifetime for those 25 people.
Let's do it.
Still talking about it to this day.
That's
Bruce
right.
Springsteen appeared at Villanova University and played to 25 people. Wow. He was on this day in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in the year 1988, 24 years after his group that he was in first topped the charts. This artist went to number 1 on the U.S. singles charts with this song. I got my mind set on you. So, of course, it's George Harrison, who, with the Beatles, had so many number ones, you can't count them. And then took this one to number 1 on this date, 1988. Got My Mind Set on You, an old favorite of George's that was originally recorded by James Ray in 1962. In the UK, Harrison's version spent 4 weeks at number 2 in the charts. I've been listening to a lot of George Harrison recently, and I don't know where I'd rank him. He may be number 1 of my favorite Beatles. But John Lennon was really good, too. And McCartney was. It's hard. I'll go through... I'll go through a stretch where I'm listening to a lot of McCartney and think, never mind, he's my favorite. Then I'll go to John Lennon and be like, well, maybe he's my favorite. They're awesome. George Harrison, this date, 1988. Got My Mind Set on You was at number 1.
My mind set on you. I got my mind set on you. This time.
And it was on this day, rock and roll, pop, and R&B, same year, 1988. We mentioned George Harrison was at number 1 in the singles charts. This album was at number 1 in the album charts. This is George Michael's song, Faith, his debut solo album, also called Faith. It stayed for 51 non-consecutive weeks inside the Billboard 200 Top 10, including 12 weeks at number 1. You do the math. It was non-consecutive, so it wasn't the entire year, but it's the equivalent of an entire year, 52 weeks in a year. This was 51 weeks non-consecutive. It was also the first album by a white solo artist to hit number 1 on the Billboard Top Black Albums charts. Faith spawned 4 singles that went number 1 from this album, including this one called Faith. And that's what's gone on this day in rock and roll, pop, and R&B. It's 9 o'clock.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Investigators working to determine the cause of the deadly Palisades fire in Southern California have developed more than 150 leads. More from Mark Mayfield.
That is according to Wednesday's update from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. Jose Medina, acting special agent in charge of the ATF's Los Angeles Field Division, says the leads have come from homeowners, witnesses, and videos submitted to investigators. The videos were taken by residents, state-owned cameras, and others that were posted to social media. People who called 911 and the initial first responders who arrived on the scene of the fire on the morning of January the 7th have also been interviewed. Additionally, ATF agents have talked with first responders who were on the scene of a much smaller fire that started in the same area as the Palisades fire on January the 1st.
President Biden is warning that an oligarchy is taking shape in America that threatens democracy and freedoms. Chris Pallone reports Biden made the statement during his farewell address from the Oval Office yesterday.
President Biden never mentioned his successor, Donald Trump, by name in his speech. However, he did call for a constitutional amendment to reverse last summer's Supreme Court decision, which grants presidents broad immunity from criminal prosecution. Trump had sought that immunity after facing federal indictment.
In his speech, Biden said a president's power is not unlimited or absolute and that it shouldn't be. The Israeli Prime Minister's office claims Hamas is backing out of some of its agreements in the hostage release deal. The Palestinian militant group made a ceasefire and hostage deal with Israel on Wednesday that would include Hamas releasing dozens of hostages in exchange for Palestinian prisoners. NBC's Richard Engel.
It does seem to be focused on the issue of Palestinian prisoners. Which Palestinian prisoners could be released? Who has the ultimate veto power?
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
There are new rape allegations against Sean Diddy Combs, with a woman claiming the music mogul raped her when she was 16 years old. Sarah Lee Kessler reports.
The woman claimed it happened when she was leaving a Manhattan babysitting job back in 2000. She says he offered her a ride home and that she got into a car with Diddy and two other men. She claims he gave her a drink that made her feel groggy and unsteady, drove by her apartment building, and took her to another location where he raped her. Her lawsuit, filed Monday, is one of more than 30 similar suits against Combs.
The Transportation Department is going after Southwest and Frontier Airlines for not being on time. Tammy Trujillo reports.
The DOT announced Wednesday it's suing Southwest Airlines, alleging the carrier operated chronically delayed flights. The agency is also fining Frontier $650,000 for the same issue. This comes after the DOT levied a $2 million fine against JetBlue Airways earlier this month for similar allegations. In the lawsuit, the DOT says Southwest flights from Chicago Midway to Oakland, California, and from Baltimore to Cleveland arrived late nearly 200 times between April and August of 2022.
A fire app is front and center with the fires in Los Angeles. Breed Tennis with details on what 2 million people downloaded since the LA fires broke out 9 days ago.
The Watch Duty Fire app is staffed with 210 active and retired first responders, firefighters, dispatchers, and reporters. They monitor radio transmissions from the fire lines in real time and post it directly to the app. This is done 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in 22 states, including California. The app is free.
Students who get perfect attendance at Detroit Public Schools community district high schools will be paid $200 every other week. Officials say the initiative is being put into place to combat chronic absenteeism. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Adam Schiff is a congenital liar. He has no business being in the U.S. Senate, but of course the people of California. That's why with everything that's going on out there and all of this that could have been prevented had they practiced basic common sense, the science of forestry and removing brush, the kindling for fires, and having controlled burns and doing the things that you would normally do to prevent forest fires. It's just sad, but I bet that Gavin Newsom, if he ran tomorrow, would probably win. And if Kamala runs in 2 years, she'll probably win. And the congenital liar won because the people of California don't even seem to care.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
The election is officially over, but is your money still at risk? We still have a staggering $35 trillion in debt. Interest on this debt now costs more than our entire defense budget for the first time in history. On top of that, we're still feeling the consequences of the brutal inflation we saw under Biden and the global chaos ripping across the globe. That's why thousands of concerned Americans are turning to precious metals to help hedge against these threats. And they're reaching out to the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco, to make it happen. Goldco has over 6,000 five-star reviews and has helped people just like you purchase over $2.5 billion in gold and silver. Right now, they're offering a free gold and silver kit to help you diversify your savings. Visit HannityGold.com or call 855-815-GOLD to get your copy free of charge. Plus, you could receive up to a 10% instant match on bonus silver for qualified accounts. Visit HannityGold.com or call 855-815-GOLD. That's HannityGold.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings, plus free home delivery with any base. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Do you have over $10,000 in credit card debt? If you're feeling the financial impact with unprecedented economic challenges, DebtBlue is here for you. With DebtBlue's Success Guarantee, you pay nothing unless your debt is reduced or completely resolved.
I'm just living sky high right now. I'm very thankful for it, and the team at DebtBlue are phenomenal. They're able to work with you. They're great.
Call for your free debt resolution information now. 800-200-6895. 800-200-6895.
Good morning to you folks. It is Thursday. It's the 16th day of January, 01-1625 on your calendar, a day where we get sunshine expected and mid-upper 30s as the high today. Forecast comes your way. News is coming your way as well. Then we're talking with Bergen student Benjamin Gant, who is the winner of Farmers National Bank's Lights, Camera, Save contest in his video. Won locally and now heads to the national competition. And we'll talk with Benjamin coming up right after this.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and both Danville and Harrodsburg have announced their events. In Harrodsburg, they'll have a pancake and sausage breakfast at 10 that morning, followed by the march downtown with the event at 11:30 that morning at Harrodsburg Baptist Church. The keynote speaker for Harrodsburg's event is Mayor Bob Williams. Danville's theme is Mission Possible, protecting freedom, justice, and democracy in the spirit of nonviolence 365. Center College and Danville Bull County are teaming up for the event that'll start on Monday, January 20th. Starts at 9 that morning at City Hall with a march, a social hour at 9:30 at Norton Center. That'll include live music, breakfast, and a free shirt for the first 400 people, with the program beginning that morning at 10:30 at Newland Hall. The keynote speaker will be Reverend Dr. Daniel Corey Scholl, the chairman of the Jefferson County Board of Education and the senior pastor at Vernon Avenue Baptist Church in Louisville. The city of Danville and Boyle County's emergency warming shelter will be open through 8 o'clock this morning for those needing its services. You can utilize that by going to a gathering place on Jean Drive in Danville. And the weather should take a better turn, at least for a few days. Friday and Saturday's highs are expected to be in the mid to upper 40s, though it brings with it a system that will drop some rain on us. Then next week, meteorologists are tracking another potential snowmaker from a system that's developing in Texas. They say it could bring, quote, significant snowfall to Kentucky. Again, it all depends on how that system tracks. A Lincoln County man was killed Tuesday morning when he was hit by a vehicle. The Interior Journal reports that 62-year-old Stanford native David McKittrick was hit by a vehicle when he attempted to cross US 27 North at the intersection of Wade Owens Road. Stanford police were called to the scene, along with Stanford Fire and Lincoln County EMS, who all responded to that call. Staying in Lincoln County, the Lincoln County school system has named their new chair and vice chair for the school board. Christine Killen was named the new Lincoln County School Board chair. Tyler McGuffey was named the new vice chair. A Kentucky lawmaker wants the state to consider providing exceptions to its strict abortion law. Senate Bill 35 was filed by Senator David Yates, which would allow legal abortions in the case of rape, incest, non-viable pregnancies, and medical emergencies. Yates did file a bill similar to this last year, but it received no action in the General Assembly. Kentucky's only current exception for abortion is if the life of the mother is in danger. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right, Jack, appreciate that, buddy. It's brought to you by our friends over at Altogether Recovery Center, Danville's first residential addiction center for men, offering life-saving, compassionate care for drug and alcohol addiction. Altogether Recovery Center is now open in Danville. They're off of Stanford Road. Partly sunny, high today 37, low tonight 24. Sunshine for our Friday tomorrow, high of 45, and Saturday rain showers, high of 44. Sunday mostly cloudy and 27 degrees is your high. It's 9:11 in the morning right now. It's 32 degrees. Wind chill is at 21, and we are happy to have on the show Benjamin Gant and Brant Welch. We've had Brant on the show numerous times. He is, of course, from Farmers National Bank, and Benjamin joins him today as a student at Bergen High School, though he does live in Perryville, right, Benjamin? Live in Perryville?
Yeah,
so,
right.
a Boyle County native and winner of the Lights Camera Save competition, the video competition that Farmers National Bank participates in. And because Benjamin won the local competition, we'll move on now to the national competition. And happy to have them on the show. Benjamin, let's start off with you. Introduce yourself to our audience. Tell us what grade you're in, and give us the Benjamin Gant details.
Yeah, so... obviously, I'm Benjamin Gant. I'm a senior at Bergen Independent.
Okay.
And just my high school teacher brought the Lights Camera Save video up to me, and I was like, well, it looks fun. Let me try it. And made the video just out at the house and sent it in, and Lord knows I won. So.
Yeah, you won it. Well, I mean, is this like what you want to do in college or whatever your next plans? You want to do video editing? I mean, like, did the teacher just approach you because, I mean, you've got experience in it, or did he just flip a coin? I mean, how did he pick you to approach?
No, so actually, Miss Laura Cummins, my high school finance teacher, came up to our class and said that we should do it as one of our projects.
Okay.
And one of my good friends, Henry Sheen, is super big into editing, super good. I'm just not gifted in that. I sent some of the clips over to him. He helped me out with it. But future plans, I hope to attend maybe EKU for paramedicine, possibly registered nursing, and continue with that.
All right, so this is not like you're not going to go into video editing or acting or something like that. This is just something you did because teacher thought it'd be a good idea, and lo and behold, you won a pretty good prize. What'd you win for winning this locally?
Locally, I won $500, then another $500 on top of that, so about $1,000 straight.
Brant, how many kids submitted videos? What was like the total number that Benjamin had to go against?
Yes, it was about 24.
Wow.
And it was across 5 counties that Farmers National Bank serves. And I'm going to tell you, there were some really good videos. I mean, Ben's video was excellent, but it was some really close voting. We had a group of team members at the bank that vote on these, and even there were some other Bergen students that had some really great fun videos, but really insightful, from everything from scams to like, you know, what Ben talks about, understanding budgeting, understanding how to best manage your money.
So was there like a specific topic that they had to focus on? I mean, you said some were on scams, some were on saving money. What was the topic supposed to be about?
Yeah, so really anything involving money management and financial matters.
Okay.
So it could be everything from, understanding the value of opening a checking account is a safe place to keep your money. The scams one I've noticed, not just here with our local competition, but following some of the national competitions, there's been a lot of videos on scams, which is really good that is top of mind for students or to share with their families, because, Joe, as you and I have talked about, the scams have been a major issue. And as much as our younger people, I mean, all of us, but definitely a lot of younger people are online, on their mobile phone, just understanding how scams work and what to look out for is important.
We can play the video, and of course it's radio, right? So like you would just hear the audio, and I might do that, but you got to go watch it to really get the full concept of it, because then you can see Benjamin and all of these different scenes. But we'll play the video, at least for the audio purposes, here coming up. Ben, did you write the script yourself?
I actually did, yeah.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you think when it was all said and done, did you think you had a chance to win? Or was it just like, okay, this was fun, cool, hopefully I finish top 3 or whatever? Did you think you had a chance to win?
Honestly, when I was making it, I was like, this isn't half bad. I think there might be an opportunity.
There's a chance here.
Yeah, there's a chance here. So I didn't go in with like, oh yeah, I've got this down, but I was like, this is funny. This could be good.
Yeah. So what's the next step then, Ben, for you or Brian, whoever has the information? What's the next step now for Ben's video?
Yes. So at 1 o'clock today, the contest is overall sponsored by the American Bankers Association.
Okay.
With the idea to do just what we're doing, to let young people know more about money management and the importance of financial education. But so to your question, Joe, at 1 o'clock today on the American Bankers Association Instagram page, they'll have several videos on there that you can vote for, and you can pick Ben's video, which is titled How to Win with Money. And it'll say Farmers National Bank of Kentucky on there. We'll be sharing information on our social media channels. We're going to email our client base, just encouraging everyone to vote, and we'll have instructions on how to do that.
Good. Yeah, I'll put it in the news for this afternoon too. How long will the video be up? Is it just 12 hours?
24 hours. So voting should end by 1 p.m. Tomorrow.
Okay, good. So we'll have it on the radio. You all are going to email the client base. You'll have it on Facebook, social media, Twitter, things like that. So make sure 1 o'clock this afternoon. I know we're all busy with our lives, but you're going to see a reminder somewhere. You're going to get on Facebook or get an email or see it or hear it on the radio or whatever it may be to remind you to go vote for Ben, and let's make Win with Money. Is that right?
Yes, How to Win with Money.
How to Win with Money. Let's make that the winning video. So if he wins today, is there a next step? I mean, how many steps does he have to go through before he's named the champion?
Yes, so good question. So what they'll do is there's a couple more steps. So this is just the only voting portion where the public can vote, and then basically from there, the American Bankers Association will select the top 3.
Okay.
So last year we had a young man, Angel from Danville High School, that won our local competition. He went to the national competition. He finished number 3 in the nation, which, we're really excited. We're really proud of the fact that we have really talented, creative students like Ben and our other students that are competing with students from all across the country, from Washington, D.C., to Idaho, to California. And for us to be able to do that and make our marks really cool.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Benjamin Gant, his video is How to Win with Money. Now, Ben, do you mind if I play it on the radio?
Yeah,
is that okay? Since it's your video, I got to ask for permission, right? You have all the rights and licensing fees to it and all that. So we'll play the video. Let me scroll down. I just saw it on Facebook. Here it is. All right. So again, this is just, obviously it's a video. So go to Farmers National Bank's Facebook page and scroll down and you'll see the video. But just so you all can hear the audio portion of it, this is Benjamin Gant, Bergen Senior, winner of the local competition, won $1,000 for that, now in the national competition. This is at least the audio portion of his video, How to Win with Money. Here it is.
So how can you budget for your needs and for your wants? I'll show you how. First, you have to know how much you have. Then you need to know your needs, like electricity, water, and of course, food. Now we can move to our wants, like Oreos, shoes, or electronics. Got him, he's on right. Be smart. Budget for your needs first, then your wants. And you too can win with money.
Now, the best part's the end with the music there and the money coming down and falling down on you. So you got to watch the video to really take the entire thing in. That's Benjamin Gant's Win with Money, How to Win with Money video. Check it out on Facebook, and then at 1 o'clock this afternoon on Instagram, on the American Bankers Association Instagram page. It'll go live. You can vote for Ben. As far as you know, voting, do you comment on it? How do you vote?
So good question. So it'll just scroll. What you do is when you go to the American Bankers Association, they have the little avatar or the little logo at the top on the left. You just hit it, and then it'll show you everything to do. It'll show Ben's video. It'll compete against another video. And then what you do is it'll say click here. So you can pick. You can pick how to win with money. So all you do is once you see that, you just hit the how to win with money and you've cast your vote. And there's just one vote per person. Or per Instagram channel. So we're trying to just get as many people as we can locally to go on there and do that.
So you got to have an Instagram page to be able to do this. Yeah,
Yes,
obviously, because the voting is on Instagram. So 1 o'clock this afternoon, the American Bankers Association Instagram page. And, Brand, if I'm hearing you correctly, you click on their profile picture, and they've got the Instagram stories there, I think is what it is.
That's correct.
So they'll have two different stories. Benjamin's will be one of them, and then you can click to vote on Benjamin's, and that's how you cast your vote for Benjamin Gant, Bergen High School senior, Perryville, Kentucky native, and he is a part of a national competition to win from the American Bankers Association. It's 9:20 in the morning. We'll step aside. We'll come back and finish up the conversation with Benjamin and Brant, Farmers National Bank, right after this on The Joe Show.
At Subtle Street Care, we salute the beauty of the great outdoors. And for those times when the great outdoors isn't so beautiful, you don't have to worry. At Subtle Street Care, we do it all. We help protect your trees from damage in high winds and storms, even tree and stump removal, land clearing, brush trimming. Let Subtle Street Care take a look at your property. If there's a tree that could be a problem, we'll let you know and take care of it before the problem happens. At Subtle Street Care, you get the best for less. Affordable, expert tree and brush trimming. Cabling to reduce stress damage on your tree from high winds, weight from ice and snow, and heavy foliage. At Subtle Street Care, we're your neighbors. We live here. We're a licensed, insured, locally owned business. A family that's been taking care of your land for over 30 years. The great outdoors. It's beautiful. At Subtle Street Care, we can help you keep it that way. Visit subtlestreetcare.com and let's take care of your trees and property before there's a problem. Subtle Street Care. Get the best for less.
Just a note to tell you about Papa's Quick Stop, the former truck stop on Stewart's Lane in Danville, is now open 24 hours a day. You'll discover they sell only quality Shell gasoline, and they're a branded Shell gasoline store. Shell's a name you know and trust. Fleet discounts are available. Ask Thomas how you can become part of the Fleet Savings family. Be sure to ask about how to get your money-saving Papa's Rewards card that will save you 3 up to 5 cents a gallon on every fill-up. Inquire at any Papa's Quick Stop location. Papa's Quick Stop is in Danville and Stewart's Lane, now open 24 hours a day.
Serving Boyle County seniors.
At A Gathering Place, we promote independence for senior citizens and adults with special needs through social, recreational, nutritional, and wellness programs that enhance quality of life. The activities that we offer are designed to keep seniors active and involved, offer socialization, promote friendship, encourage mental fitness, and positively impact overall health and wellness. To find out more, visit us at agatheringplace.org or follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Listen to WHIR online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky, YMAX.com.
We got Brant and Benjamin in studio with us this morning, Farmers National Bank. Now, Brant asked me a trivia question coming from the last break. Save Tonight, Eagle Eye Cherry. He asked me the name of the song and who sang it. I knew the name of the song, didn't know the band. You know this one, Brant, right?
Oh, well,
it
was the original or the remake?
This is the remake.
Oh, that was Vanilla Ice then.
Yeah, Vanilla Ice,
yeah.
Which it's based on. He says it was not based on Queen's song.
Right.
He said, no, Queen's goes da-da-da-da-da-da, and mine goes da-da-da-da-da-da, like we added a ch and makes it different.
Right.
That's what Vanilla Ice said.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the remake or the regular. Yeah, the remake. Benjamin is the winner of the local Farmers National Bank Lights, Camera, Save. Is that what I almost said? Lights, Save, Camera, but that would be backward. Lights, Camera, Save competition. His video, How to Win with Money, is now in the national competition. Do you know how many total videos there are that Benjamin's going against? I know today it's kind of like a head-to-head thing, but how many total videos are there in the national competition?
Yeah, so he's in the Sweet 16.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sweet 16. Now, you already won $1,000, Benjamin. What's the grand prize? Let's say you win it all. What would be the grand prize?
The grand prize, as far as I know, is going to be $5K.
$5,000, and then there's I believe $2,500 for second place and $1,000 for third place.
So the Danville High School student won $1,000 last year for finishing third place in the national competition.
That's correct.
Okay, pretty cool. So you've already won $1,000, have a chance at $5,000 more. And I was joking with Ben before we went on the air. I said $1,000 is a lot for a high school student. It's a lot for me right now, but $1,000. What do you plan on doing with your money? $1,000 in your bank account now, right? So you've got a video, how to win with money. You got $1,000. How are you going to win with your money, Ben?
I mean, obviously we got to budget for our needs first. Then for our wants.
I've heard that before, yes.
Yeah. But no, some of it will definitely go toward further education. That is one of my hopes. But I have a ministry near and dear to my heart called Operation Heal Our Patriots through Samaritan's Purse.
Wow.
They do absolutely wonderful work with veterans and their spouses, and I'd love to give portions of my money to that whenever I can.
Yeah.
But especially with this is a blessed gift to give.
Yeah. How did you get involved with that charity?
Honestly, it's been a part of my life for a long, long time. My parents were kind of a part of it.
Okay.
Was up with them, and through my church I've been a part of it through different things. Operation Christmas Child down in Boone, North Carolina, been to some of those, but it just became a part. Saw it one day in literally a magazine, and I'm like, I have to give some of my money to this because there are people that obviously need it way more than me who have done way more than I have.
So even more of a great incentive to want to vote for Ben. Not only local kid doing great things, video in a Sweet 16 competition, but wanting to donate a portion of that money as well to this organization. You said Project Heal Our Patriots?
Yeah, Operation Heal Our Patriots.
Operation Heal Our Patriots. So make sure 1 o'clock when this competition goes live, if you don't have an Instagram page, just create one. Right? Like, you don't even have to, it's not like you have to have 1 million followers to have an Instagram page. I've got one, and I've got like 20 followers. Right? So you don't have to, it's just create one. And Instagram's a cool app anyway, but create one today and then get on and vote for Ben. Let's make sure we give him as much support as we can and get behind him as he goes today head-to-head against a video. And then if you win that head-to-head, you would be the Elite Eight at that point, right?
Yeah.
And then Final Four, and then championship. Or I think, as Brent said, they end up picking a top 3 at some point, right?
Correct. Yes. The American Bakers Association, they then start looking at them. It's almost like a NCAA tournament selection process.
Okay.
It's like almost behind closed doors and clandestine. So then they let us know after that. They be able to let us know who the winners are.
Okay. Yeah. So if he wins today, then that would be the selection process, or would he have one more to go through before the selection process?
He'd have, actually, they do like 2 rounds, so they would get to a final 5. They'll let us know if he's in the final 5, and then from there they pick the final 3. So it's a couple of weeks. We'll know about the grand prize winner in February.
Okay, make sure you get back in touch with us and let us know.
Yes.
So we can celebrate when, not if, but when Ben wins the grand prize championship on Instagram today, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Go to the American Bankers Association Instagram page, and on their little profile picture, as Brent said, their avatar, that's where you can look at Instagram stories, and you'll click on that, and it'll probably have like a little pinkish reddish circle around it.
That's
that means that they have the stories there that you can view. And you'll click on that. You'll be able to watch Ben's video. It'll say click here to vote for how to win with money, and it'll have the information on it. You'll know you're voting for Ben. It'll say Farmers National Bank, Danville, Kentucky, things like that. So you'll be able to vote on it, cast your vote that way, and let's see if we can make Ben Gant at least the winner of this round and move on to the next round. Ben, congratulations. Great job on your video. I'm getting on this afternoon and voting for you. I know Bran is as well. Is your school getting on? Is Bergen going to get behind you too?
Well, I hope so. We'll find out.
Yeah, you going to school after this? Or we're going on Rick's show after this, but you're going to school after that, right?
Yeah.
Well, I got to get Bergen schools on the Ben Gant train then. Good stuff. Ben, Brant, appreciate you all being on.
Yeah, thank you, Joe.
Absolutely. 9:28 in the morning. We'll step aside. We'll come back, and we're about 5 minutes away or so from a Morning Point Thursday. We'll have Vicky and Julie in studio with us this morning here on the Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
Dunn's Barbecue, offering chicken wings. You asked for them, we got them. Barbecue, buffalo, Creole Parmesan, breaded or naked, as well as our famous pulled pork barbecue, brisket, grilled chicken, ribs, homemade sides, located in Harrisburg at 726 Kane Run. So call 734-3675 for your free delivery to Danville, Harrisburg, or Bergen. Dunn's Barbecue is open Tuesday through Saturday, located on Kane Run in Harrisburg, and for free delivery, takeout, and dine-in.
At Monticello Bank, helping your business thrive is our business. We offer a variety of products designed to make banking easier. Whether your company is large or small, you can count on us to provide accounts, loans, and other services built around the way you do business, including e-deposit, our remote deposit capture system, and merchant processing. Speak with one of our representatives and let us help you solve your business financial needs today. Monticello Bank, where people matter. Member FDIC on the Danville Bypass.
Catch the best of Sean Hannity, Saturday mornings 10 to 1 on WHIR.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman has released the state's first ever manual to combat the crime of strangulation.
People who strangle are some of the most dangerous criminals we face.
The Attorney General's manual identifies the signs of strangulation for law enforcement and medical professionals. It shares strategies to effectively prosecute cases and how advocates should engage with victims who suffered the crime.
Strangulation is one of the most accurate predictors for the subsequent homicide of victims of domestic violence. It's the biggest clue that a murder will take place.
In 2019, the General Assembly passed a law that makes strangulation a felony offense. I'm Paul Miles.
A Lexington woman's in court once again for the murder of her husband in 2017. Carol Ann Hignite is reportedly being retried this week for the death of Leon Hignite, who died from blunt force trauma. The defense claims that Hignite died from striking his head in the bathroom, though prosecutors believe Carol struck her husband with a hammer and left him to die in a home that was then set on fire. The first trial ended with a hung jury back in 2023, and Carol Hignite was set free. She'll face decades in prison if found guilty. Issuing a warning after a recent spike in suspected overdose-related deaths in northern Kentucky.
Northern Kentucky health officials are sounding the alarm after 9 overdoses were reported in just the past 2 days, including 2 suspected overdose-related deaths. They're urging people to take precautions like keeping naloxone on hand, checking on loved ones, and calling 911 if you suspect an overdose. Help is available 24/7 through the Northern Kentucky Addiction Helpline at 859-415-9280. I'm Whitney Harris.
And I'm Taryn Johnson.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Texting privacy policy. Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings, plus free home delivery with any base. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
The current federal government is actually going $1 trillion deeper in debt every 100 days. That's why thousands are turning to Goldco, a top-rated gold company, to diversify their savings with time-tested safe haven assets, physical gold and silver. Right now, not only is Goldco offering a free gold and silver kit, but on qualified purchases, they'll give you up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver. Call 855-838-GOLD. That's 855-838-GOLD. Performance may vary. Consult with your tax attorney or financial professional before making an investment decision.
This is Caraway at Mattresses and More on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, stop by and check us out. New items arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Buy it today and take it home today. We offer layaway and 12 months same-as cash with approved credit.
Thank you, Caraway. Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding?
Hi, this is Pim Fitzgerald Clark with Wedding Planning with Pim, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
Danville Dealmaker, Bob Allen.
Together, let's drive at Bob Allen Chevrolet. Lease and save on the new 25 Chevy Silverado Crew Cab Short Bed 1500 4x4 for only $199 per month for 24 months. $10,019 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 10,000 lease miles per year. Stock M 25131. Bob Allen Chevrolet on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
So creamy it melts in your mouth. Mom Blakeman's candy.
Mom Blakeman's has made the world's best cream pull candy, and we have been making potato candy. We ship all over the world and have it in many retail stores. You are welcome to stop by our shop in Lancaster to sample or purchase any of our 7 flavors of cream pull candy and potato candy. We have a variety of tubs and tins available. Visit our website at momblakeman'scandy.com or call 800-542-4607.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right, Jackie, we'll appreciate that. Brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Call Mark or Chris. They'd love to give you a free quote. 859-236-6686. 86. Partly sunny, 37 and 24 is your high and low. Mostly sunny tomorrow, 45 and 38. Saturday, rain showers, high of 44. Sunday, mostly cloudy and 27. Right now, it's 9:35 in the morning on a Morning Point Thursday, and we have Vicky in studio with us this morning. Good morning, Vicky. How are you?
I'm great. The sun is shining. The birds are chirping.
Yes. Good morning.
Amazing.
Great morning. Let's make this segment official. Here's Jim Parman.
The following is a paid program.
Thank you for that, Jim. And Vicky with Morning Point. It's a Morning Point Thursday. No Julie today, just Vicky.
Me.
And Vicky came in and said, we're going to get this thing done. We're going to nail this thing. And I was like, yes, let's do it. Y'all got a lot going on.
We always have a lot
Point.
going on.
Yeah, absolutely do. Let's start off starting today.
Yes.
Vicky, today, February 20th, March the 20th, are the next 3 events. Every third Thursday of the month, you've got Seniors Night Out for ages 65 and up, bingo, or rook. Now, you don't have to be a resident of Morning Point to come to this, right? Just 65 and up is the only stipulation.
Right.
Okay,
that's right. It's a fundraising event for the Morning Point Foundation, which provides scholarships to local nursing students. So come on out to either campus. At my campus, I'm at the Lantern, which is the standalone memory care. We're doing bingo 2 to 4, and we're going to have lots of prizes. We have some beverages and some snacks, lots of fun. And at the assisted living, independent living campus, we are having a rook tournament from 2 to 4.
Yeah, so bingo at the Lantern.
Yes.
And rook at the assisted living. Now, $10.
$10.
2 cards for bingo.
2 cards for bingo.
Could I pay $20 and get 4?
Absolutely.
Or is it just limited to 2?
No.
No, you pay as much as you want, get as many cards as you want.
That's right.
All right.
I mean, we know bingo people take it very serious.
Absolutely.
That's right. We'll have lots of space for you to spread your cards out, your little trolls and your daubers.
Trolls?
Well, I mean, you've not seen it. They have their little Lucky Charm trolls. They make the cards lucky.
Is that a thing?
That is a thing.
What's the second thing you said? Dauber?
Yeah, the little markers.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. So people bring in, like, it's like having a lucky rabbit's foot, except it's a troll.
Absolutely.
Is that like in the bingo culture?
Yes.
So, like, if I were to go into a bingo hall, I should expect to see a bunch of trolls.
I would think so.
And not like, again, not like Lucky Rabbit's Foot or Lucky Penny or anything like that.
They're little, like, figures that they stand on to bring them luck.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know how to play rook. Do you know how to play rook?
I don't.
But that's not the other building. That's the assisted living building. So I don't know how to play it.
I'm
so
a bingo expert. So
okay, well, that's
come on over to my building. We'll have
easy
fun.
to play bingo, but I don't know how to play rook. So that's $10 for a seat at the rook table. Now, are the prizes if you win?
There are prizes if you win.
Okay, so like what happens if somebody wins bingo?
You get a prize. There's a prize table, and you pick it off the prize table. What you want?
Any lucky trolls on the prize table?
There might be a troll.
Okay. All right, so you win a prize if you win bingo or win rook. That's today. 65 and older. The only stipulation, don't even have to live at Morning Point. 65 years and older invited to bingo or rook today, seniors night out, 2 o'clock until 4 o'clock today. And then the third Thursday in February is February 20th, and the third Thursday in March is also the 20th, March the 20th. So,
ooh,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Today, February, and March for bingo or rook. You also, Vicki,
yes,
you've got a support group there
Yes.
at your building for those individuals who are caretakers of loved ones who are suffering from Alzheimer's, dementia, memory care issues, and this is big for people who
it is
go through
so
this, yeah.
overwhelming for some of the caregivers. Full-time job.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not talking 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. It's 7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
Right.
And sometimes you just need a little help, and just to have some. Get out of the house and have some companionship with people that will understand what you're going through.
Yeah, so this is a caregiver support group, and you can learn about the causes of memory changes, learn ways to adapt to those changes, identify a personal plan of action, learn about resources available for those who are again, taking care of or going through memory issues. And this is at the Lantern at Morning Point for this support group, meeting monthly for an hour, refreshments provided. This is coming up on Monday of next week.
Yeah, at 6 o'clock.
So is that always going to be the third Monday of each month?
Third Monday at 6 o'clock.
All right, so
exactly.
January 20th, 6 o'clock, from 6 until 7-ish or so
Mm-hmm.
at the Lantern for the Alzheimer's Point, or the Morning Point Alzheimer's support group there at the Lantern Memory Care Center and Alzheimer's unit there at Morning Point. You got some specials going on, Vicki.
We do.
Some move-in specials.
Move-in specials,
You had these
that's
in
right.
January, or I guess it is January, in December as well.
Yes.
And now we're in January. Some of the different specials, but great deals you got going on, people who move into Morning Point. Tell us about these specials.
Well, okay, so if you move into our assisted living, our independent living, or our memory care, we are going to provide a $2,000 moving expense credit.
Wow.
In February. So you move in January, and the bill credit for $2,000 will show up in your February.
Big.
And there's a lot of expenses.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're moving somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, it's costly.
Yeah.
So we understand that. So we're here to help.
Yeah, so that is for any of the buildings.
Yes.
Either
we
one of
have
them.
our independent living community. Right. We have our assisted living community that has different levels of assistance, different levels of medication management. It's kind of a build your own, like Build-A-Bear, but it's build your own care.
Okay.
You pay for what you need.
Build-A-Care.
Build-A-Care. And then,
Clever.
of course, at the Lantern, we're the only standalone memory care community in the area.
Yeah.
We have 2 levels. We have Lamplight and Lantern. Our Lamplight program is designed for early to moderate plus stages of dementia. And then we have our Lantern program, which is for the advanced stages.
Yeah. When Morning Point first opened, they were just the one building, and they had the assisted living residents in there in the building with the Alzheimer's care patients. And, we've seen how much the community has come to take a liking to Morning Point, right?
Yes.
Because it got to the point where, like, we are running out of room here, right? We think we can
Absolutely.
build a second building, and that people in the community support us so much that we're going to be able to fill the second building up. And so we saw the plans come to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of working there at Morning Point, Vicki, how much does that mean to know, like, hey, we've got the community supports us. You all support them as well, right? I mean, you all do activities for the community, so it's not a one-way street. You all are welcoming the community in. The community loves you all so much that we've got a building now, like you said, the only one in the area dedicated just for those individuals with Alzheimer's and memory care issues.
And the most important thing is our staff. Over at the Lantern, they are so highly trained on how to work with our residents and our loved ones there. You truly can age in place with Morning Point. You can go from independent living, having an apartment style with washer and dryers, to needing more assisted living and medication management.
Yeah.
And then, age in place that you can go and live in our community. If you need to have a little memory care issues and you have a little security for your family, that you may have some wandering issues or memory issues, we're safe and secure. Our staff is so well trained and so loving that it is amazing the transformation that we see our residents once they move in, and they just blossom.
What kind of difference, is there any differences in training for those who work at the Lantern and those who work in the assisted living? And then
sure,
can they, like, do you have some that specialize just at the Lantern, or is there extra training to work at the Lantern? So maybe there are nurses who can do both, and then some nurses who are only trained to work at the assisted living because they don't have the Alzheimer's training yet.
Right. We will, if you are wanting to come work with us, we will get you the training.
Okay.
We will get you the training, and our DON, our executive director, are so good at hiring the right people for the position, and that continuing education as they go along, and our staff members are hungry for that. They want to do a good job.
Yeah.
They want to do right by our residents. They're family to us.
Yeah, you mentioned how loving and how well trained they are. How important is it when you've got people who are working in a residential facility, caring for people with Alzheimer's, to have things like patience and to understand, look, you're dealing.
It makes all the difference in the world.
You're dealing with people who,
right.
Obviously they, what they're doing now, they maybe did not do beforehand. I mean, these are still people who have loves and hobbies and crafts and things they enjoy, and maybe they just are forgetful now, or they're in the later stages. But you still got to look at them as, hey, these are people who need love, who just need some extra care.
And we look at it at the individual. We get to know them one-on-one, what their interests are, what their strengths are, what their challenges are, and we build their day around that. We all have bad days, but we're trained to make that bad day into a good day by the way we behave.
I was going to ask you, I'm looking at the videos on Facebook right now, seeing some residents that were having some snowball fights. Did you all get to have fun in the snow?
We did.
Okay.
We did.
What did that look like?
Well, we had this big inner tube that has a back on it. So we took some of our residents out, and we have a little hill, and they went down the hill. They had the best time. We did some snowmen. We had a snowball fight. They loved it.
Where did the inner tube come from?
It's happened. I don't know where we bought it, but we've had it.
This is just for snow weather?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is like, hey, we bought this snow tube, but we can only use it, maybe 4 or 5 days a year, handful of days a year. And so you are waiting around is what I'm saying.
Right.
We got to get some snow because it's tubing day.
It's tubing day at the Lantern.
It's also bingo day at the Lantern today from 2 until 4, and every third Thursday. January, February, and March. That's today, 2 until 4. It's bingo, $10 for 2 cards, and then Rook is $10 a seat. It's a seniors night out for ages 65 and up, and prizes available as well. And this is going on at Morning Point Senior Living, and as well as the Alzheimer's Care Unit of the Lantern. They've got bingo. Assisted Living has got the Rook. It's 9:46 in the morning. We'll step aside, come back, and we will finish up on this Morning Point Thursday with Vicki right after this.
Truth is more than a concept. It is what makes us different. Truth is where we start and where we finish. It is our curriculum and our extracurricular. It makes us a community, one that leads through serving. If you are looking for academic excellence in a Christ-centered environment, opportunity is closer than you may think. It is easy for you to join our community, Danville Christian Academy, engaging the truth, empowering the future.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is a place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails too, braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our visit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I rhyme. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya. See ya.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then Joe Peg starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Peg on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings, plus free home delivery with any base. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
The current federal government is actually going $1 trillion deeper in debt every 100 days. That's why thousands are turning to Goldco, a top-rated gold company, to diversify their savings with time-tested safe haven assets, physical gold and silver. Right now, not only is Goldco offering a free gold and silver kit, but on qualified purchases, they'll give you up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver. Call 855-838-GOLD. That's 855-838-GOLD. Performance may vary. Consult with your tax attorney or financial professional before making an investment decision.
Serving Boyle County seniors a gathering place.
Our Meals on Wheels program is designed for seniors 60 and up in Boyle County who struggle with food insecurity. If you think you may be eligible, call us at 859-236-2070, thegatheringplace.org, or follow us on Instagram and Facebook for more info.
Serving Boyle County seniors a gathering place.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, the on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. In Danville on Houstonville Road.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
.52 on this Thursday, January the 16th, and we've got Vicki in studio with us from Morning Point and the Lantern, the Morning Point Alzheimer's Care Memory Care Unit there at the Lantern. And I heard Vicki talk, and I don't guess I realized it is separated into basically two different areas. You've got beginning and then kind of like middle of the road type thing, and then you have the advanced stages.
Yeah, our Lamplight program is for early to moderate stages of dementia.
Okay.
And our Lantern program is for the more advanced stages of the disease process.
Okay. And I was talking with Vicki before we went on the air here, this last commercial break, and Vicki, we were just talking about how a lot of times it's tough for caretakers of those that have Alzheimer's and memory care issues to want to put them somewhere else because they feel like they themselves can do the best job. Their family members, they know what they want, or there's always the one, I promised we wouldn't do this.
I promised I'd never put you in a facility.
Yeah.
Well, call me. We can talk through this. Mm-hmm. All right. You're not putting them into a facility. You're putting them into a luxury community where we build their day around their strengths and where their interests are. Mm-hmm. I have an example. We have a new resident that came in, and I sit with them, I sit with the family, and I really get to know what your life is, what your interests are, what you used to do, what you like to do, and what you would like to do going forward. And as we're talking, she was telling me how she used to paint. And I'm looking in her room, and I'm sitting with her, and her whole room is full with these amazing paintings, landscapes. She's done horses, beach pictures. I mean, it's amazing. And I asked her, I said, hey, would you be interested in teaching a class? And she goes, well, yes. So what we're going to do is that she's going to come down, and we're going to have a canvas for her and on an art easel, and then we're going to have some other residents that have some interest of learning, and she's going to teach them basic landscapes, trees, things. And she lit up. We want to give them the dignity and purpose each day so they can live their best life with us.
So she was like an art teacher?
No,
or just a good painter?
She just taught herself.
Wow.
And it's her works. I mean, she could sell this stuff. She's amazing. Amazing. I mean, she's got one of her husband sitting at the beach, and it looks so professional.
And
she's so talented.
And she painted it, and she is a part of the Lantern now.
Yeah,
and
she's one of our family.
And she now she is leading a class, and she's going to teach some of the other Lantern residents that come.
That's right.
Going to do a painting class with her. That's
awesome.
awesome.
Do a painting class.
Yeah.
So we're building their day around their interest and giving them purpose. You're not coming to sit and watch old westerns all day with us. We are going to build you a meaningful day around it, and we're going to keep you active, engaged. You're going to have your friends are going to be at your cognitive level, which is super important.
Yeah. When you look at some of the residents that live there and some of the other hobbies that they have, I'm sure that maybe there are some men in there who love to watch sports.
Oh yeah,
love to watch old westerns, things like that.
And we do. We have 3 or 4 large screen TVs.
Okay.
So, the library is kind of like the Hallmark Channel room where the ladies will meet and watch their movies.
Is there still a big following? Gotta watch UK? UK's coming on?
Absolutely.
Or you're reminded them UK's coming on?
No, they remind me that it's coming on.
Are they,
are you kidding me?
They got UK still.
So they're in the guys are in the activity room, and some of the ladies. I mean, we have some that really are UK fans as well. Go Big Blue.
Yeah.
So we have that in the activity room in the evenings or in the late afternoons, and they're watching sports, and we got other people over here playing cards, doing puzzles. We got air hockey going on. We have shuffleboard going on. We want to have you build your day, and you're going to live your best life.
Well, it's like you said, people have this in their mind where I told them I would not put them in a facility. And
you're not.
Yeah, and I think they're going to sit in a room, hardwood floors, plain walls all day.
No.
Haven't changed the tiles in the facility since the 1980s, so still have the pink and green design on the tiles.
Although
or whatever.
I think that might be coming back.
Coming back now? Yeah, probably so.
But that's not
how it works, right?
That's not how we look.
Bring them lunch once, bring them dinner once, bring them breakfast.
No.
Maybe they help feed them for 5 minutes and then they move on to the next person.
No.
That's not.
No,
that is not
keep
at all.
Everybody engaged. And say Mrs. Jones. We don't have a Mrs. Jones, but just pretend we have Mrs. Jones. And she is sitting in her room. We do 3 attempts for each activity all day long. Hey, Mrs. Jones, would you like to come out and play bingo? Well, then she didn't respond to me. So then we send in Nurse Susie. And then we send in, Savannah. And maybe she likes Savannah today. So when Savannah gets her up and moving and going and playing bingo. So we don't just do 1 attempt. We do 3 attempts for every single activity that we do.
Yeah.
And then especially, with our restaurant-style dining, let's go have breakfast. Let's go have lunch. It's dinner time.
Yeah.
We want them out of the room and engaged with people that are at their cognitive level.
And, the more that you ask... Really, the more you ask anybody, right? Like someone could say, even to me right now, hey, Joe, you want to go here? I don't know. But you ask me a second or third time. Oh, well, I guess they really want me to go. I'll go. Right. That's how I would reason with it. But for someone with memory care issues, like you said, maybe one day they like such and such or are responding better to such and such. The next day it may be a different person. So let's try 3 different times with 3 different people, and they may respond better to one of the other 3.
That's right.
Morning Point, again, if you have any questions, the phone number to the Lantern is 859-965-1008, correct?
That's right. Call me.
Yeah, give Vicki a call.
Give me a call, and we'll talk about it. Being a caregiver is so overwhelming at times. We'll sit and we'll have a conversation and just tell me what's going on.
And you got the move-in special as well. Tell us about the move-in credit.
The move-in credit, it is $2,000 towards moving expenses. So you move in January, and your $2,000 credit will be assigned to you in February.
There you go. Great specials going on. A great community. Morning Point, 859-965-1008. Again today, $10 for 2 cards of bingo, 2 to 4. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon at the Lantern. If you're a Rook player in the assisted living, the new building's got Rook, $10 gets you a spot at the table. And then Monday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Monday, you've got the Morning Point Alzheimer's Support Group for those caregivers and individuals who are loving on and caring for people with Alzheimer's
and that is
dementia.
at 6 o'clock in the evening.
6 o'clock in the evening on Monday. Vicki, appreciate you being on.
Thank you.
Absolutely. There's that sad music again. That means my time has come to an end on the Joe Show. Had a blast with you all on this Thursday morning, and I hope it made the start to your work day just a little bit more bearable. I'm Joe Mathis signing off. I'm back with you tomorrow morning, dark and early, as we round out the work week, right here on the Joe Show, your talk of the town, 103.9 FM, WHIR Danville, News Talk Sports. Tonight, 7:30 is the tip-off time. The DCA girls take on Assumption. This is going to be a fun game. Grace Bugwa, DCA girls basketball player, Advocate Messenger, reported yesterday, one of 4 girls in the state of Kentucky being considered as a McDonald's All-American, which is like the highest honor you can have as a high school basketball player. So you can go watch her tonight against Louisville Assumption, or if you can't, 7:30, we'll have the tip-off on Z105. KSR, Kentucky Sports Radio's coming up next.